Hello, everybody. We are back again. Announcements before we begin. I don't have anything. Kate, what do you have?
Same old, same old. If you want some fun plushies or D&D merch, check out. It's not official merch. It's just like little art things that I made. Check out my Etsy shops. Link in the chat or in the VOD. Oh yeah,
Cool. So,
that's
last
it.
last we left off, Antyr saw a construct made of red sandstone bricks walk out of a illusory wall, and basically invited the party after waking them up telepathically to follow him to some place much safer than where they were resting currently. And upon passing through the rock wall and falling this construct who called himself Enchanted Relief Manifestation for Individuals' Needs and Empowerment, or Ermine for short, uh, led the party through the illusory wall, and you found yourselves in a Silgarian city that had been apparently lost to time, and Vonkar may have had some knowledge about this place through his niece, and the city was called Tethramar, uh, and the city was weirdly displaced in time. It was full of people, but you couldn't hear the people or interact with the people. It was like you were ghosts and they were ghosts. Um, the construct Ermine explained that his creator had displaced the city to protect them from some coming cataclysmic renewal. You all followed Ermine to a tower, met with his creator, Magister Deverin Morhero, a elderly gnome who was incredibly sick, and explained that he experimented with cathadium crystals in his time, and that the cathadium crystals were a infection being purged from the ley lines, um, kind of like abscesses forming on the ley lines. And yeah, he revealed that they are most likely infesting the world in terms of the food supply and water supply, as the ley lines are everywhere. He said that he gave you all elixirs to cure your exhaustion that some of you were sitting at, nearly at 5 levels. Yeah, having just cured 4 levels of exhaustion from some people. Gave you some elixirs to make it a little easier, and explained that the best way out of here and up would be to climb the ley line in the distance, but mentioned that certain elixirs would be needed to resist the corruption of the ley lines. He also explained that the creatures you had seen creeping around were people who had been infected by cathadium and had fully kind of been changed by this corrupting magic source that Antyr and Hopper have on their persons. Quite a bit of it. And you all move through the city to find this elixir, heading to Deverin's lab. You found the palace grounds, which were just rampant with a party of sorts. People were drinking and relaxing, and Antyr seemed quite displeased that they couldn't take part. So, as passing through this area, Antyr swipes some fruit and some stuff, and I have to rearrange all the windows again. Um,
I'm so sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
so yeah, that happened. You all kept moving around, got into the palace, got into the lab, found the place was also, weird. No one talking, or they were. You just can hear him, and that's not where Garrett's supposed to be. And oh god, oh boy. Apologies, everyone, for the technical difficulties that this is going to take to fix. All right, we getting there. We getting there. Entered the lab. Stole some coins from a fountain. There's Vonkar. Stole some stuff from a fountain, and then eventually entered into Deverin's office. Antyr having found a key beforehand to get into the office. Eventually, you all found the entrance into his underground lab through the wardrobe and descended downwards into the lab itself, discovering upturned lab equipment and kind of destruction all over the place, and notes written all over, like some mad scribblings for this individual to try to retain their memory. And it was notes on the ley lines and cathadium and his research up to this point. You all eventually found a cathadium crystal that was said to be the source of a corruption and mutations on the continent of Anundial that caused cannibalism. Uh,
And we pocketed it.
nope, it was left behind.
Oh, I thought we grabbed a glass thing of it.
Nope.
Like it.
No, it was a different thing.
Okay,
You guys also found a keystone that unlocked the portcullis in the initial chamber and passed through that. Declining to visit the holding cells, and as you pass through this doorway, you can see this region of the lab that was locked down was riddled with the white fungal-like growths that these creatures seem to live in. And as you entered into this primary lab, a magical alarm went off, saying "Outbreak detected, outbreak detected." And as that happened, the sounds of screeching could be heard coming in your direction. So, as this magical alarm continues to blare, you can hear the shrieking, blind Cathadium creatures approaching with their just weird, shrill screeching and screaming. Now, the lab is proliferated with these fungal-like growths everywhere. And within seconds, a few of them come pouring into the lab through the fungal-like growths that proliferate the floor walls and ceiling of the lab. So let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
One
God.
immediately bursts out of a fungal growth in the floor in front of you all, just within 5 feet. And yeah, there's more. You can hear more coming, but as of right now, 3 have breached into this chamber, and you can hear more coming.
What's the lighting situation?
Dim.
Okay.
Just want to remind everyone that we all have 11 temporary hit points from my cannon.
And also a reminder, these things are blind.
Mm-hmm. They got no eyes.
Alrighty, what did
They ain't got no eyes.
What did Antyr get for initiative?
Jesus.
25. You're first. So yeah, one bursts out of the floor in front, and then 2 more kind of scuttle out of growths near a desk, and then elsewhere in the room. You got like stasis tanks in the back, which are filled with the half humanoid, half creeper specimens, and then you've got the 2 catwalks at the back that stretch off into other corridors up top. And I disappeared again. And then you got 2 corridors on the left and right, and then the other corridors behind you are where you came from.
Wait. Oh goodness. Okay. Antyr is going to crack the astral cord that he has, or that they have, and as they do, they extend their hand out and they press onto the center. As they step onto the center, or press onto the center of Vonkar's back and cast Euphoric Rush.
Cool.
Is
Roll a d20.
haste. Oh, balls. I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah, that's still going on.
A 12.
Alright, you cast Haste on Vonkar.
Or you are hasted. So I think this is the first time that you've experienced this. As it feels like you're just shifting in and out. And Antyr is going to step back here. Just kind of press up against the wall. Seeing that these are 2 doors to our left and right.
Yeah, those are the ones
behind us.
those are the ones that corridor you came out of.
Do they sound like they're coming from this way or from this way? Like in front of us?
Every direction except for behind.
Got it, okay. So just in case. Just in caseies. That's my go.
Alrighty. Next up will be Torger.
Here's hoping we don't have a full alphabet.
It helps
But
if
that
I
would be
have
fun.
Torger's character sheet out. Torger is going to, attack the one that just popped out of the hole.
Yeah, get him.
What deals more? Nothing. Okay, yeah. Unarmed strikes. $27
Who?
Nice.
for 10 bludgeoning damage as he punches this one straight in the face as it hops out. I think that's B. Yeah.
Oh, 27 wasn't a crit for him?
No.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
So how much damage did I say? I already forgot.
10.
Thank you. And then it's going to use its reaction to disembowel and get a free attack on Torger.
Why?
See if it hits first.
What? These things have like legendary actions?
No, they have reactions. It's using a reaction to disembowel Torger.
Oh, yes.
15 plus 7 will hit Torger though.
Owie.
So this thing just rakes out at Torger with like lightning fast speed, almost faster than Torger, and 12 slashing damage to Torger.
Owie.
Owie.
Which, oh, he's no longer exhausted. He did not clear his exhaustion off. Okay, cool. Yeah, so took away all the temp HP that he had, and he's only at 57 and 58 health from that. Yeah, retaliate. Another punch. For a 17 to hit. So yeah, just whap. The second hit connects as well for 6 bludgeoning damage. Which is
did he roll for damage on that first hit?
Yeah, it was 10.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And
I'm missing all these.
bonus action, flurry of blows. So it's a key point to do that. Hoo boy, trying to control a monk during all this is. Bleh. All right, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20, 24, 28.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And that's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage. And then the second hit with the flurry of blows is a 23 for minimum 6 damage. That one's looking real bad. It pops out and Torger just and then it reacts quickly to slash Torger across the belly. But that is Torger's turn. Action, bonus action. Yeah. Hopper.
Okay. I'm going to hop over Torger as he's stabbing a bee. And I'm going to make a Everthorn attack on C.
Go for it.
Okay. Don't fuck this up for me, D&D Beyond. Okay. It's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, I'm doing this one-handed because I have a shield.
Yep.
5 slashing damage.
Okay. It's going to react and attempt to disembowel you. So.
It can sure try.
16 to hit.
Miss.
Nice.
Shield.
Yeah, you block with a shield, and the claws just rake across your shield and leave like deep grooves in the metal.
And then 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna bonus action rabbit hop and try to like get this thing's attention away from the group. Just to the other side of it, like flip over it with my bonus action.
Sure.
And that'll be all.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to Vonkar. The thing popped up right in front of your face, and then Torger beat the fuck out of it.
Alright, so that one's not looking too good.
Nope.
Vonkar is not going to get big for once as a bonus action,
Okay.
because I'm anticipating more of these things showing up. Because I don't think Justin would pull out the battle map for 3 of these things. Also, we keep hearing shrieking more so.
Yeah, that shrieking is still going on as the alarm is still, like, the magical alarm is still going off.
So Vonkar is going to use Resilient Body and go full adamantine form.
Perfect.
Boost defense.
It also increases
He
your
is
weight
now-
by a bunch, too.
I'm
Times 4.
excited for this.
So now he is
Immune to crits.
immune to crits, plus 2 AC on top of the plus 2 AC he gets from haste. So he's
Yep.
currently sitting at an AC of 22.
Yeah.
And if he pulled out his shield, he'd be at an AC of 24.
Yep.
Pretty righteous. Pretty righteous.
And then he's gonna
action,
punch the one in front of him. Yeah.
Go for it.
Nice.
All right. 16.
That hits.
Okay.
This adamantine fist just comes flying at it. And he just
7 damage.
Perfect. How does Vonkar kill this one?
So, very much in the vein of like the original Avengers, like Hulk mid-punch transformation.
Yeah.
It's like he transforms and punches at the same time. So like the adamantine moves up his arms to complete
Nice.
turning his fist metal right as it impacts, and just bang,
That's awesome.
just like the sound of like a bell ringing as he impacts.
Amazing.
Alrighty, yeah, the thing just...
Love it.
You know what? It goes flying back and slams into the desk back here and just crumples.
Nice. Then.
Movement speed is double too, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then I'm making an attack against A.
Yep.
Another 16
Yup.
for 6 points of damage.
Nice. It will react and try to disembowel you. They are blind. So they are not aware that you are Big Metal Man right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that will not hit. Just rakes across the adamantine belly. Shing. Yeah.
Just nails on a chalkboard. And then third attack against that one.
Yep.
Does haste.
Yep.
Nice.
For a 24.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
Alright. It's gonna make 2 rending claw attacks against you.
Alright.
As it is now its turn. Any of its buddies within 5 feet? Nope, so no pack tactics.
Okay.
So the first attack... Fuck. Dirty 20 to hit.
Nope.
Second attack... Nope. Just scratching up the metal adamantine and just not making any...
It's like, what the fuck is happening right now? What is this?
Well, that's its turn.
What are you? What are you?
The creeper B is dead. I forgot to delete its hit points. Bringing us to Grin.
What to do? Gosh. Have I done a divine sense on these guys?
Nope.
No. Well, I'm not going to use my action for it, but that would be funny. Middle of combat.
Do it.
So let's see. I only have 1 attack still.
Yep.
Level 7, 1 attack. That's just multi-classing.
Level 8
those
today.
guys.
Level 8 today if you guys find all the stuff you need in the lab and get out.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's do it.
Ah!
Gosh, how much health do these? No, we're not gonna bother with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Who am I kidding?
Pull
I'm
out
just
the
gonna-
Moab.
I'm just gonna go up to this guy right here and booming blade attack.
Go for it.
Hiya. I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit.
13 just hits.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's
wow.
definitely so
Nice.
many more of these things.
Yes.
Two-handed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's this plus a D8.
Yep.
Ooh, nice. That's decent. So 14 plus 2. So 16 total damage.
Okay.
2 of which is thunder damage, and if it happens to move, it takes another 2d.
Alrighty. You slash into it, and it looks like it almost dies.
Cool.
Anything else?
I don't have any good bonus actions for this yet. So yeah, that'll be my turn. Thank you.
Alright. Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Cathadium Creeper C kind of turns its head around to you, and you see like the void-like mouths that it has that are like kind of like open up and like quiver whenever it makes its noises. These like vertical slits. It's like smelling you, and it's going to kind of wrap its entire head, like these void holes like open up, and it consumes your whole head, and it begins to like siphon something.
Okay.
Do you have any available spell slots?
Oh no.
I believe I have 4 available spell slots.
What level?
2 first and 2 second.
All right, we're gonna go off the second. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I am proficient in Constitution saving throws. That's an 18.
An 18. You do not take damage for every high-level spell slot you have remaining.
Okay.
So instead, you only take 1d8 piercing damage and not 1d8 per spell slot.
Okay. Okay, this is an auto hit
Yeah, it's a.
for this effect? Okay,
So,
cool.
On a success, the creature only takes 1d8 piercing damage. On a failure,
Oh,
the
I
creature
see.
on a
Okay.
failure, the creature takes 1d8 piercing damage for every spell slot they have available of their current highest level.
Cool. I was just trying to figure out what it was mechanically, like whether it was a to hit or a saving throw.
Nope. 2 piercing damage.
Okay. 2.
Let's see if it recharges that ability. Nope.
Hatwa.
So yeah, like, say you're a wizard with high-level spell slots, it's a d8 for, like,
You fucked.
Anyways, back to the top. To Antyr.
Oh my god, I forget that on top of the round. Antyr's going to did not like what the fuck that just did to Hopper, but it's gonna just
Hopper,
line up.
your head is no longer in its mouth, by the way. You're fine.
Yeah, it's gonna line up, and the crack of the arcane astral cord, and you watch a beam of frigid air, ray of frigid air, fly toward
Go for it.
to do Horrorfrost beam for an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. And you're going for which one, sorry?
Holy shit!
C or A?
A.
Okay.
That was 15 cold damage.
It just shatters like someone's dropping an ice sculpture onto a floor. A is dead.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And you know what? It's gonna scoot back around and just kind of like put themselves like right next to Torger. Hang out.
Alrighty, so that one is dead. Putting Antyr to 25 kills. Woo! Alright. Cool.
Wait, was that Vonkar's like third kill or something like that?
Your 7th.
Oh, okay. All right. I was sitting at like 4 for a while.
For a while, yeah. After that ogre, definitely just hanging out at
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else, Antyr?
action bonus action. Nope, that'll be
Alrighty.
it. Oh wait,
Torger.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I want to just double check the astral viscerator. I can only use the beam once, right? But I could turn it into the
Yeah.
Great. Okay, then I'll just use a bonus bonus action to as it
Alright,
flares
so
to
this great scythe appears with a blade of pure force energy. Just
yeah, just have that
basically a sickle
ready.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is cool. Alright.
Now it's my go.
Torger is gonna race towards C. Naruto run. No. And then unarmed strike. Yeah, 23 to hit for 8
Beautiful.
bludgeoning damage to that one. Another unarmed strike because why not? 18 to hit. Yep. 8 damage again. And let's just do a bonus action. Unarmed strike. No flurry of blows or anything because you all can still hear more of them coming and don't want to waste
Yes, please.
resources. 16 to hit. Hits. So all 3 hits just into its back for 10 bludgeoning damage. That one is also looking really bad. Okay. Cool. Excellent. You can hear more. They're very close. The next grouping. Hopper.
I'm just gonna attempt to finish this dude off with green flame blade.
Oh, it would have used its reaction because the turn just ended to attack Torger in retaliation with a disembowel.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Green flame blade with the Everthorn. Natural 20. I would like to
Nice.
decapitate this thing.
Yeah, that's whatever Thorn does. So you just
Nice.
you chop the head off, and the next stump instantly cauterizes from Green Flame Blade, and the head just
Hell yeah.
goes bouncing, just boom, boom, boom. Decapitation, because that's what Everthorn is. It's a Vorpal sword, essentially.
Yeah. How many hit points did it have? Because I
4.
could add 3d8 plus 3.
4.
Okay. Yeah, the max minimum would have done it.
Torger beat the shit out of a few of these.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Natural 20, I would like to decapitate.
Maybe
like
we'll
to
maybe,
remove
maybe
that
we'll
head.
have like 400 natural 20s like we did last session.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right,
Hey, Antyr, you want this head? I saved it for you.
Yes.
Do you want it?
Yes.
all right. With that,
It's all.
more are starting to get close.
Yeah. I think.
Anything else in your turn?
No, I think I drop my shield, on just to flavor the attack. I drop my shield, take a swipe at the neck as Torger's attacking it from behind, and then just toss the cauterized head towards Antyr,
Perfect.
just for flavor.
Sure.
Antyr, catch.
No.
Well, fuck you then.
Wow.
It's like
Sidestep.
rolls out the door.
Yeah, it rolls out the door. Anything else though? I think Green Flame Blade
I
was
think
yeah. Anything else?
that was my action. I
Yep.
think I'm gonna go next to Torger, and then bonus action, pop more temp HP for the two of us.
Sure.
That is a D8 plus 4. That is 11. We're both back up to 11 temp HP.
Nice. Cool. Vonkar, are you doing anything on your turn while you can hear more of these things getting close? And it's from all directions. It's all from all directions, aside from the way from behind you guys.
Yeah, absolutely I am. I'm gonna go ahead, and I think this is gonna be. It sounds like a ton of them, right?
It sounds like there's still a lot more coming. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Bonus action, Giant's Might, and then we're not going to use Enlarge because even though it's a racial one, it still sets off the wild magic. So just gonna stay large. Just
Okay.
do that.
So you get big.
And then
Maybe Torger should get big too. I keep forgetting that Torger can do that.
Yeah.
Never does.
It's reaction.
well, it takes
Use
an
a bonus
action to do
action.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also takes
Yeah, why
every. What? I just have another thing that takes a bonus action, so I'm gonna have to wait on that.
All right. So you're big and and made of adamantine.
Dodge action.
All right. Sounds good, Colossus.
You can hold that one attack if something gets close. Just so...
All right.
Actually, that's true. I'm gonna take the dodge action, and then I'm gonna take the ready action with that extra action.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Perfect.
Oh right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
ask
base.
each of you to see where these things spawn. It's not gonna be up to me. Which
Oh,
cluster,
no.
fungal clusters, they crawl out of. So, Antyr,
Yes.
pick a bad luck number between 1 and 4.
Bad luck will be 3.
Roll a d4.
Okay. 1.
1? Okay. I didn't think this through. Hopper, pick a bad luck number between 1 and 4.
Also 3.
Roll a d4.
I'll pick 3. We have a lot higher likelihood
3.
of not rolling it.
Cool. 1 crawls out of the fungal clusters right beside Hopper. Just... Grin.
Right where I was standing.
Grin, pick a number between 1 and 4 as a bad luck number.
1,
Roll a d4.
3.
Perfect. Vonkar, same thing.
It was between 1 and what?
1 and 4. Pick a number, your
2.
bad luck number, and then roll a d4.
25% chance.
2.
I mean, it's a bad luck number for them at this point. One crawls up out of the clusters in front of you. The last one will just blindly point on the map. Not look. Perfect. Right here.
Whenever you get a second, just I'd like to take my ready to attack.
Yeah, go for it. It pops out, leaps out of the cluster.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's like starting to climb up out of the fungal growth, and you can just whack-a-mole it. Yeah.
Right, really quick. Right now, Vonkar weighs. By the way, let me because it's times 8 times 4.
Mm-hmm.
5,760 pounds.
Jeez.
The weight
If
of
he
his
uses
fist
in
will kill
large-
this thing.
If he uses in large, Vonkar would weigh 46,000 pounds.
Right now, Vonkar is currently the size of a small truck,
Yeah.
or the weight of a
Yeah,
small
but
truck.
if he enlarged
Yep.
at this point, he's essentially 40,000 pounds, which is
Yeah.
nothing's holding that.
Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing to me about that, as I roll my attack,
You have
is
your
I'm
own
not forgetting,
gravity.
is the fact that that your lifting and carrying capacity only doubles.
Yeah.
That's 25 to hit
Oh, absolutely.
with each of those. So, despite the fact that he weighs like 40,000 pounds, he can only lift like 2,000 or something.
You know what? I'll say since this thing's crawling out, it's technically prone, so you can have advantage on this.
Okay, I'll check for a
Nice.
crit. Nope. Okay, so a regular hit. And I believe Giant's Might that I activated
Yep.
is the one that adds a D6. Yes. Okay. So. Oh, and I forgot I wasn't adding the. Are these things immune to force damage?
Nope.
No, something else was immune to force damage.
It was
I forgot the.
Antyr's Dingleberry.
That was it. Yes. I forgot the gauntlets also do an extra D6 of force damage,
Yep.
so I should have
Yeah,
been
dude.
rolling an extra D6.
Get
Well,
it.
anyway. So that is gonna be 7 plus now 2d6 that I'm remembering one of them. 7 plus 7, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. It comes out of the hole, and yeah, it's not having a good time. Anything else?
No, that was just the ready to action.
All right. Creeper A, which pops up immediately beside Hopper, is going to make 2 attacks on Hopper as soon as it leaps out.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Huzzah! 24 to hit.
Silvery Barbs.
Is that a first level spell?
Yep.
Roll a d20.
Ooh, sorry, Torger, that's a 3.
Roll a d100. Fireball. Fireball. Give me what I want.
86.
If this is invisible again...
I swear to God, we love
No.
that one.
Oh!
We love turning invisible.
Hopper,
That wouldn't do anything.
No, not for these things, yeah. Hopper,
no.
you cast Silvery Barbs. It succeeds.
Uh-huh.
However,
Okay. Let me mark it
Turn
on.
inside out.
however,
Yeah.
you cast mirror image as well.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Hell yeah.
And because this is it just lasts for a minute. So yeah, you have mirror image on you right now. Say you cast Silvery Barbs, so it has to roll again, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm going to give the advantage to Torger.
Alrighty. That's a 19 plus 7 to hit. 26.
Yeah, that'll
Okay,
But you have mirror
but
image
you have
up.
mirror image up.
I do have mirror
So-
image up.
Roll that d20.
Roll a d20. You need to roll
Okay,
a 6 or
I don't-
higher to change it to a duplicate. No,
15.
wait, hold on. 3 duplicates.
Yeah,
I didn't give
it
you enough.
starts at-
I didn't give you enough
Oh.
duplicates.
Yeah, I was like, it starts at 16 and then.
Yeah, they're just all hanging out.
Oh, there's 5 of me.
All right, so yeah, you need so roll the d20. What'd you get?
15.
Yeah, so one of the duplicates takes it.
Cool.
Fun one.
The second attack that it was making.
Uh-huh. I'm out of reactions.
It's a 15 to hit.
Miss.
All right, so yeah, you got your mirror image up. Creeper
Hell yeah.
Creeper B just got. Oh,
Am I concentrating on mirror image?
it's not a
Or is-
concentration spell.
Okay, sweet.
That's
all.
It just lasts
Creeper
for.
B just got
It just lasts for a minute. Yeah, Creeper B gets.
whack-a-mole.
And it's gonna launch at Vonkar. 2 attacks. Yeah, it sniffs you. You got no spell slots, so 2 attacks. Natural 20, which is just a normal attack.
Immune to crits. Actually,
that's good.
also,
So
I'm
20,
gonna...
so 27 to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait, what B that's attacking me, right?
Yeah.
Let me double check something really quick. Yeah, I'm gonna actually choose. I'm gonna invoke the Cloud Rune.
Yeah.
Activate that as a reaction. Oh wait, no, I can't. No, I technically can't because I used a ready to action, which does use your reaction. I forgot about that.
Correct,
Never mind.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
gotta take this hit.
All right. So yeah. So instead of it being a natural automatic hit with a crit, it becomes a 27 to hit.
I think it's still auto hits.
Well, cool. Okay.
But it just doesn't do crit damage.
Sure. All right. So instead of 4d6, you take 2d6.
Take that.
12 slashing damage.
1 through the temp HP.
Yeah. Second attack. Nope. Not even gonna say that number out loud. 14. Grin.
All right. Grin is going to. How high is the ceiling here?
Good question. Big enough for the catwalk, so I'm gonna say like 30 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna go 20 feet up
Sure.
and move to this location to split the difference.
Okay, I just
Baby
gagged.
boy.
Ugh.
And then I am going to do a
Choked.
using my packed weapon, do a light crossbow attack using sharpshooter on A.
Sure.
So -5 to this. So that's a total of 16 to hit.
Hits.
All right. So rolling damage. 19 total damage with
Alrighty.
sharpshooter.
Still standing, but looking hurt.
On A?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to my bonus actions for now.
Sure.
And that's my turn.
All right. Creeper C. Hey. Drawn to the sound of combat, it comes rushing in this direction.
Would Vonkar get an attack? Oh no, you already used your reaction.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go for. Who smells better? Hopper. Because Hopper got them spell slots. Hopper.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Actually, how does this work? Illusory duplicates move, mimics your actions, blah blah blah. Nah, fuck it. It's gonna attack Torger. Just because I don't want to dig through the mechanics of things. Huzzah! 24 to hit Torger. $15. Luckily they got those temp HP. And then second attack. Yeah. No. Antyr.
Oh gosh, okay, more coming. That.
Is this when Antyr just goes?
It's gonna scoot around here. So 5, 10, 15, and it's gonna another crack of the whip, another crack of the astral cord, and do a hoarfrost beam at A.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use a lucky.
Sure.
Use a lucky. Cause I missed that by 1.
Hope this one's worse.
That's a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Hey!
Oh wait, Torger would have it. Oh no, Torger has turn yet, but Torger has advantage because of.
Oh, not great.
Liber-
I rolled
yeah.
less this time.
14?
14.
Oh yeah, it's like partially freezing in places, but not. It's almost dead, but not.
Okay, so that was about 10, 15. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, Starlight Step.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
Okay.
Yeah, about right here. As it looks like Antyr's just running with his scythe, and then all of a sudden you see stars as the Antyr appears behind
Alrighty.
it, 30 feet.
And that's not Misty Step, so no
Nope.
surge possibility. Alrighty. Torger is just gonna punch
Which?
the one that just attacked him. Oh, he has advantage on this though, so I'll re-roll that just in case,
Yep.
because it could be a natural 20. 19 to hit. 10 bludgeoning damage on C. And then another old little wallop. For a 14 to hit. Hits. For max damage, 11. And then, yeah, another bonus action unarmed strike because it's working out. 15 to hit. 6. So just. That one just had its turn. I keep forgetting that they can do this. I'm gonna try to disembowel Torger. 25 to hit.
Ooh.
Hot spaghetti.
9 slashing damage. Torger's doing fine. 44 of 58. Okay. Hopper.
Okay. Which one is looking more hurt, A or C?
A.
Okay. Green Flame Blade.
They both
with
look
the
really
Everthorn.
bad, though.
Yeah. Green Flame Blade with the Everthorn. Plus 6 to hit. 17 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. That is a D8. 6 slashing damage.
Oh yeah, that one just dies.
And 1 fire damage.
Dead.
Let me just quickly glance at my bonus actions. I'm not down any hit points. I'm gonna bonus action pop the protector again for Torger and Vonkar.
Yep.
That is maximum 12 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
So those can take over what you had previously.
Oh,
Right.
that's Vonkar and Torger. That's cool.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, Vonkar and Torger.
Nice. Anything else?
No, that'll be all.
Alright, it's your turn, Colossus.
All right. Let's see. Does it? Okay. Is there still more shrieking? Does it sound
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's another round? Okay. Then bonus action. Gonna activate the Storm Rune
Okay.
to enter a prophetic state for 1 minute. This is the newest one. When Vonkar or any other creature I can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check, you can use my reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage
Perfect.
That's hot.
for the next minute.
Alright.
After that, going to just bam. Let's take 1 hit on B.
Sure.
Start. 11.
Miss.
All right, I rolled 3, and then
I'll chrono shift that.
Oh.
So you
Oh.
can reroll.
well, I rolled a nat 1. So
Oh.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the try.
Alright, your second
Roll
attack.
miss.
You give your second attack now? Because that was
Yeah,
chrono
second
shifted.
attack.
Yep.
Oops, that's the D8. Wrong one.
Aw.
I know. There we go. 22.
Absolutely hits.
There we go. All right, that's gonna be 9 plus 2d6 is 17 damage.
It's gonna reaction try to disembowel you.
Okay.
21 to hit. No. Continue.
Nope.
Was your AC 22?
24
right now, yeah.
Oh no, you don't
right,
have the
because
shield
of the
out, right?
Yeah.
The haste.
So just missed.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? It's only actually, it only drops the attack from a D8 to a D6, and I'm already adding 2 more D6s.
Yeah.
Can Vonkar just because you can draw something as a just part of a turn, right? That one doesn't take an action.
What?
Does drawing a weapon doesn't take an action?
It does, but most DMs don't rule it that way.
Oh,
So
okay. What do you rule then?
No, that's stupid.
Okay, so Vonkar's like pull a shield out in mid attack.
Yeah, sure.
So just bam, bam, and then whoop, and then third attack.
Okay.
A 10.
Nope.
Rolled a 1, 2, and a 3 in that turn.
Jeez.
Yeah, got all my bad rolls out of the way.
Like,
all right.
if someone wants to switch weapons mid-combat, it's an action to use a different weapon.
Oh god.
But that's like, so if like I'm using my sword, but
Like,
I'm gonna switch
that's-
to my crossbow. It's an action to do that.
Yeah.
See, I always ruled it. This may be going back to an older edition where it was more of an action to stow the weapon, but that it was free to pull it out. So if you wanted to do things quickly, you could just drop whatever weapon you had, and then the consideration there was like you have to come back and get it.
Also, action to like use objects and pull things out of a bag of holding. Creeper B. Just gonna make 2 attacks on Vonkar
That makes sense.
to see if it can hit that 24 AC. Huzzah! Nope. Nope. Wait, hold on. 22 to hit. Fuck.
Nope.
Just because you have the shield out.
Yeah.
Grin.
He pulls out the shield and then just bang.
Just in time.
He looked over and saw Hopper blocking with the shield and was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, sharpshooter. I think. Yeah, sharpshooter, crossbow. Here we go. On
Okay.
B, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, on B. Ooh, that's not gonna do it.
No.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Creeper C is going to try to attack Hopper.
Okay.
So, see if this hits, and then we'll see if Mirror Image takes it. Natural 1.
Oh,
Natural 1.
oh no.
What the
Oh
fuck?
no.
So we're the reverse of this. We're doing
Oh.
natural 20s. We're now in the natural 1.
Oh, this is gonna be rough
realm.
for everyone.
Antyr.
Okay. Okay, so just for visuals, the
Yeah.
growths appear where they are, like where you have them represented on the map.
Yep. But
So
like,
these,
they're all over the walls, ceiling as well.
Like
I
on the
didn't
like by the
painstake-
containment cells or anything that I'm.
Nope. I just didn't like put every single.
No, that's fine.
one on
Okay,
that.
I just wanted to be sure, because Antyr's trying to purposely position themselves to not be
Yeah.
like.
The ones
in
on
that realm.
those are the ones on the ground, but the walls are like the walls and ceiling are completely covered.
Got it. Okay. Then Antyr is going to. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm far enough away from people. I feel we're gonna do a second level Motes of the Eclipse.
Okay.
So I will roll a d20.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Oh fuck! Natural 1.
D100.
If I get the one where I cast another set of natural missiles, I'll cry. Happy tears. That was a fucking journey. 95. Shit.
You and all creatures within 30 feet.
Everybody.
15,
Oh, that's almost it. That's well,
It's
Grin
everybody.
might not be
15, 20.
because Grin is also 30
Yeah,
20
not, I'm
feet
gonna
up.
say
Yeah, but
grins.
if you do the
Yeah.
that's true.
All right. Everyone within 30 feet of Antyr in this moment feels like a harrowing kind of feeling. your skin feels extra brittle, extra thin,
no.
more susceptible to being stabbed.
Ooh, including those things.
Everyone within 30 feet of Antyr is now vulnerable to piercing damage.
Antyr, you motherfucker.
But so are the
My
enemies.
metal skin feels more
But
brittle.
this is me explaining it. Nobody knows that. You just
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
anyone within 30 feet feels like their skin gets a little more thin.
Feel like you just got a fever.
Yeah.
Okay, I get 4 darts, so I'm gonna do 2 at B and 2 at C.
Yep.
So, oh my god, poop damage 2, so 4 each.
4 each.
So 8 each, right?
No, 4 each.
No, magic missiles.
Because I rolled a
it's
2
it's
and
the
then
same damage
yeah,
for every
it's
dart.
a set,
Okay.
so it's 4 and 4.
Well,
Creeper.
don't you add one to each missile?
I
So
did,
it's
I
6 and
did.
6?
Creeper-
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Creeper
I rolled a
B
Oh,
dies.
fuck.
Creeper C looks like that did half of its remaining hit points, and Creeper B died.
Damn it. Really hoping to.
Finish it, Torger.
Anything else?
Antis is gonna kind of scoot boot a little bit closer to.
Actually, when that happened, you all can see like people's skin gets like paper thin and translucent. So it looks like the skin's a little more susceptible.
guys don't look too good.
Antis is gonna like. Can Antis like hop on this like stone desk area?
Yeah, yeah.
And kind of like just post up right here, just keeping.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like fucking notes on the desk and shit.
We'll get that to the second, but I'm essentially now a little bit shorter than Torger or Vonkar's
Perfect.
Bigum's eyes.
All right, Torger. Like, just gonna punch this one because it's looking really bad. $27 to hit. The least amount they can roll is a 6 damage, so they're gonna kill it no matter what. Punches a hole through its sternum. That one dies.
Yeah.
And you can hear more coming. And that,
Bellies.
you guys have some time to, in initiative order, to do things before the next batch arrives.
So guys, can we like set up any traps or something for these guys? Like, what's going on?
We're still in initiative, so you will not have a lot of time. So, Hopper, what are you doing?
Are there any open flames in here?
Nope.
Fuck. Okay. I can't really prep anything. What can I do? What can I do?
You got 6 seconds. If you don't pick something, I'm gonna move on.
I think I'm just gonna hold an action to attack anything
All right.
close to me.
Vonkar, you're on deck.
Right.
6 seconds or so. What do you got?
I'm going to intentionally not prepare an action so that I can use my reactions.
Perfect. And now we get to their initiative count. Let's see where they're going to show up today. Who recently moved around and did stuff? Antyr and Torger. Antyr. Opposite
Yes.
side of the desk. One clambers out. For Torger,
Vonkar?
one's gonna clamber out there. And
Me.
no one's really done anything noisily recently. Point. And one's gonna pop out here.
I mean, Vonkar is just noisy by existing.
Somebody
Actually, you're
cast
correct.
Thunderwave.
And pop up here
Vonkar
again.
weighs currently at 4,000 pounds or something. 8,000.
You're, that's right.
thousands of
So
pounds.
that your
Oh.
mass is what draws this one coming up out of this part. So you're basically just drawing them to you.
Keep going, man. Do it.
Alrighty.
Let's clean this place out.
Creeper A, as soon as it breaches, is gonna, with all the noise and its blind sight radius, advance on Antyr. And you smell good to this thing, so
Fuck.
and it swallows your head. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm a fucking spin the lucky on that bitch.
This is piercing damage, by the way, which you are now vulnerable to.
That's a 19.
Okay. You succeed, so it's only going to be 1d8 piercing damage doubled, because you're vulnerable to piercing right now.
Right.
And not 1d8 per spell slot. Fuck.
God, I'm
Okay.
roll a con save too.
So, 8 piercing damage.
So 16.
No,
Or is that doubled?
8's the doubled.
Oh, okay. And then a con save for, sorry, Vonkar in advance.
Yeah, for haste.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Never mind. Dirty 20.
Perfect. Yeah, it does that and tries to swallow your head, but it doesn't. And it doesn't recharge that ability either. This sounds like the last pack, by the way, these 3.
All right.
Creeper B is going to just unload on on Vonkar,
All right.
or attempt to. 24 AC. No. Nope. Grin.
He's gonna do sharpshooter crossbow A against A.
Hey, you see, it's like trying to swallow Antyr.
-5, 14 to hit.
14 hits.
All right. That's a total of 22 damage.
Nice.
Oof.
That thing's looking hurt now. Just Antyr, while your head's
Double it. That's
Oh yeah,
piercing
double
damage.
it, because it's
Oh yeah.
vulnerable.
So 42.
Yeah,
or
it
44.
It dies,
Damn.
and that's what causes it to stop sucking on Antyr. Antyr, you're like
Just
your
pin
head's
it to the wall
Your
next
head's
to him.
Your head's in there, and then you feel like a, and yeah, it's dead. 1-hit kill.
And Grin goes,
Nice.
"Oh."
And yeah, Grin would now notice that. Oh fuck, they're all weak to piercing damage right now. But also,
Oh,
so
right
are my friends.
Oh, right. Looks like all you guys are kind of, yeah.
That lasts for a minute, by the way. So, yeah, so that one just thunk. Anything else?
Nope. That's it. Yep.
Perfect. Creeper C. Yeah, A just died. Okay. Creeper C popped up behind Torger, and it's gonna just attack Torger twice. 13 plus 7, dirty 20. Does not hit Torger. Torger's AC is 21. Another attack. 19 plus 7. That'll hit. Max damage, finally!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Wait.
16 slashing damage. They do not do piercing, they only do slashing, unfortunately. 16 slashing damage. Man, those temp HP are keeping Torger A-okay.
Yeah.
Antyr, you're up again. This thing just tried eating you and then it died.
And this one's dead. All right.
You see like Grin like reloading the crossbow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's pack weapon. You probably don't have to reload it. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's it creates its own ammo, I believe.
Yeah, well, sure.
But there is a reloading. There is a loading property still. So.
Antyr, what do you got?
Yep. Again, I've seen what it does as my friends have attacked it, so I'm not going to move in closer. So instead, again, the astral cord is pulled taut with a crack as another beam of Hoarfrost flies at. Who's that?
B, C.
I'm gonna do C because I could see over the top of.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're short, right?
They're all
Yeah, I
short,
can see
they're
over
all
their
little
heads.
shorties.
Okay. Cool. That is 23 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That's good. 14
Nice.
full damage.
Anything else?
That is going to. I'm going to hop back down and like behind. to give myself a
Constitution
little bit
saving
of-
throw. No.
Oh.
You're fine.
Oh no.
So you hopped down. Anything else, or is that it?
That'll be it.
That side of the desk, because it's the desk, and then there's like a wall built, like not like a whole wall, but like a partial wall. So
Right.
I'd say you have like half cover right there.
My idea was to at least just break line of sight.
Alrighty. Torger. Just gonna punch the thing. Because like it's been going pretty well. 23 to hit. 7 bludgeoning damage. To see? Yes. And then sees that their skin is a little thin and that the Grin's crossbow absolutely annihilated one. Second attack with a short sword.
Yeah.
21 to hit. Vulnerable, so 9 times 2, 18. 18 piercing damage. Kills that one outright. Oh, use your stabbing weapons! Yeah, that one dies.
Good.
That was a good one, Justin.
Torger is at 19 kills. Alrighty. That was Torger. And then Torger's just gonna... And then bonus action, unarmed strike. Oh wait, hold on. Bonus action 2 weapon fighting, because he's got a short sword.
I think you have to have a second weapon.
No.
Okay.
With a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to hold 2. Well,
2 weapon fighting.
Whatever.
The first weapon is his fist.
Yeah.
I have always
wondered
Okay,
about how
while
that
running.
works. Can I punch and stab?
While running.
Since it is a monk weapon, he can still do a punch at least.
While running, Torger's gonna draw an arrow into the short bow and fire while running.
Nice.
17 to hit.
Nice.
Fire through Vonkar's legs.
Yeah, right through Vonkar's legs.
Pew.
11 times 2, 22.
Nice.
Jeez.
To the one. Yeah, so Vonkar, you feel like an arrow just. Whew. Actually, you won't even feel it. Your skin's like metal, so.
Ricochets it off.
Ping! Yeah! Ricochets it off your like knee and just ping! Thunk, into the thing for 22 damage.
If Caleb were here, he probably would have mentioned how my older brother ricocheted. We got slingshots at one point when we were on vacation. Ricocheted a piece of glass off my little brother's knee.
Oh no.
That was a Stitches vacation right there.
Would have made of adamantine.
Hopper, you're up.
Okay. B is still standing?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and my mirror images are gonna run around to the other side of B, and attempt to finish him off with a little green flame blade.
Sure.
Only a natural 19 to hit.
Oh, that sucks. Roll damage.
That is 8 slashing damage and
Yeah, it's a long
another 1 fire damage.
Oh, it's still alive. It's a shame you multi-classed. You could have attacked again. Anything else?
I coulda, yeah. Well, I multi-classed into the wrong class.
Shame.
I started in the wrong class.
Anything else?
Torger's out of temp HP. How's Vonkar looking on temp HP?
Totally full.
This is also the last
Totally
one out
full.
of the pack, and you don't
Yeah.
hear any more coming. This one looks like it's like on the cusp of death.
I don't have much in the way of bonus actions for damage at the moment.
Perfect.
So I think I'm gonna take the L on this one.
Alright.
Wait, do I have a dagger that I could stab it with? I don't think I do.
Alrighty. Vonkar.
I have a short sword?
Do you have 2 weapon fighting? Because you're using a longsword.
No.
Longsword doesn't count.
I'm using a longsword and a shield, so my hands are full.
Yep. Vonkar. This thing's like dying in front of you.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna. There's only one of them left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll all 3 attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, destroy this fucker.
Yeah. 21,
Hits.
11,
Misses.
and 16.
Hits.
Wait. Oh, no.
It doesn't matter.
It has 4 hit points. Just
Yeah.
roll damage for
so
both
the
attacks.
First
for fun.
attack is 15.
Yep.
And the second attack is 20.
Oh.
So 35 damage So it gets to
Damn.
negative 30.
Their max hit points are 35. This thing has 4 hit points. How do you want to take this one out?
I think it's just like a Donkey Kong double fist straight down and just paint the walls with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Torger and
Paint
Hopper get
Hopper and Torger.
yeah, Hopper and Torger get painted with just viscera, just. And that's where we're gonna end the combat encounter. I will leave the map up for reference.
Thank you.
When you guys want to just pick an area to like whichever area you want to head to next. But like top left and right corners, those are catwalks, and then the corridors to the left and right are corridors.
There are corridors.
Yeah.
And this left one, does it look overgrown?
Well-
Like overgrown?
Let me describe the room now that these things are dead.
All right.
This portion of the lab is spacious. The center room is composed of various holding tanks filled with a dark green fluid in which organic specimens remain. The specimens all appear to be deceased humanoids that have died amidst transformation into the so-called Cathadium creepers. So kind of like, catwalks extend upwards and out down additional corridors, while 2 corridors extend out from this central chamber. The table that Antyr and Vonkar are near is covered in surgical equipment. There's also a research note there, one of the ones that have been left behind. Porous white fungal-like growths filled with holes grow in excess across the floors, walls, and ceiling. And yeah, the corridor to the left, or whatever it would be, shut up. It's like littered with fungal growths, yeah. The catwalks and corridors look like they have a lot of those fungal growths in them. But yeah, this is that room. You got some of the tanks. You got a note on the desk filled with like surgical equipment, and then yeah, fungal filled corridors, and then like a decapitated head lying on the floor somewhere that Hopper cut off.
Going for that in a second. Andrew's gonna walk around the desk and pick up, just kind of quick scan, but pick up the note and read it aloud to the others.
It says kill Antyr. Funnily enough, no. I have collected.
You had your chance.
I have collected a live specimen originating from the fungal-like hives associated with the Cathadium creepers in the caves outside. Despite being capable of spore dissemination and having texture similar to fungi, these growths exhibit no biological relation to any sort of known fungus. Upon examination, it is apparent that the growths harbor similar biological structures closely resembling that of flesh, blood, and bone. I strongly believe that these growths are made up of regurgitated waste resulting from the consumption of living organisms by the Cathadium creepers. Furthermore, my observations suggest that these growths serve dual purposes, acting as both resting sites and facilitators of a collective psychic connection among the creatures. This shared psychic connection bears resemblance to one of the early symptoms of Cathadium sickness, characterized by a shared memory state. The spores discharged by these growths exhibit the ability to disseminate Cathadium sickness independently of direct Cathadium exposure, in a form of purple miasma that I like to call the violet shroud. Additionally, they contribute to the expansion of the shared psychic network among Cathadium creepers, facilitating a collective sensory experience where information is shared instantaneously among individuals. I'm also going to post this note in the group chat. I might also post like all the research notes you found in like the quest document, just so they're all in like the same place. Despite the creepers displaying characteristics suggestive of a social collective, possibly remnants of their former humanity, it is noteworthy that Cathadium creepers will resort to cannibalism in times of food scarcity, indicating a complex interplay between their social behavior and survival instincts. And then there's a torn note here that looks like it's ripped out of a journal, and that one says, "I'm leaving Ermine in possession of my journal. In the event of my death, he's to give the journal to the people coming to the tower that Gothel told me about."
This fucking bitch.
Honestly. Andrew's gonna slip it with the other.
Do you read both of
notes
those
that
out
they
loud?
found.
Like the torn journal page
Mhm.
and then the note, research note? Okay.
Yep. But gonna put it with all the others, because I imagine Antyr is just collecting them at this point.
Sure. Yeah, actually, I won't post this in the Discord. I'll post all the research notes in the quest document at the end of the session.
And you said there's only like surgical equipment left on the desk.
Yeah, like
and...
bone saws and like clamps, anything you'd use to like perform autopsies or surgery.
All right.
And then yeah, you got the catwalks up top, and then the corridors, and they're all filled with those fungal growths, which the note says aren't fungus.
Can Grin take a torch and see how light it and see how if fire has any impact on these things? On these growths?
Yeah. Imagining burning flesh, blood, and bone. So they burn like flesh would, they boil like blood would, and they char like bone would. In addition,
Wonderful.
the shared psychic connection is proven true because as this thing is harmed, you all feel like you're being burnt by fire,
We
We do?
which may harken back to the theory that this guy had, that this connection, this sickness has spread through every living thing through the food and water supply. So as you put the torch to it,
yeah.
you all don't hurt, but you feel like you're being burned.
Like, it's noticeably hotter than it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, but I'm letting fire this thing. It's getting hot in there.
Okay, put that
I'm
down.
gonna use control flame to pull the fire off and just keep it in my hand.
Okay.
That's fucking cool. Sorry.
So is the fungus is no longer burning, but
Yeah.
you all just felt like a collective like burning sensation.
Guys, are we infected?
Oh wait,
We
Grin,
are,
you
I think-
Grin, you wouldn't have felt anything because last session it was discovered that Fae are immune to the cathadium sickness.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
So everybody else is just like
Yeah.
Grin's just like burning this thing, and everyone else is just like
Ugh.
you all feel like you're burning.
All right, Grin. All right.
It's like,
Okay, which way do we want to go?
So you guys are. This hurts you guys?
it's more
Kinda.
uncomfortable than painful, but
Grin, you have to kill them all.
The notes were true. It seems we can sense and feel. There's some
so-
connection.
Yeah, looks like we need to find those, tinctures or elixirs that
Yes.
you promised.
Where that's only enough to. It's already ingrained in us. I feel.
Oh fuck! I gave you the wrong research note. That was from another room.
Yeah.
Fuck it! It's here. It's here now too. The note in this room says, "Despite my best efforts, and this makes more sense. I acknowledge my surgical abilities fall short of those possessed by my late research assistants. Their absence has left a void that I've endeavored to fill, albeit with limited success. Time, however, has been unkind, hastening the deterioration of my faculties. The spread of my affliction accelerates, precipitating a rapid decline in my cognitive functions. The specimens contained within these tanks, consist of individuals extracted from the displacement zone within the city of Tethramar. It appears that the affliction has permeated the displacement gradually, necessitating individual removals. Ermine has been invaluable in the process, assisting in the humane euthanization of the afflicted for further study once their transformation begins to manifest. Regrettably, each removal from the displacement and subsequent euthanization requires the erasure of Ermine's memories. Though it causes me distress, this measure is essential to ensure his continued loyalty and adherence to instructions. Upon each reactivation, he is instructed to euthanize me should my affliction spread beyond control." So the people in the tanks are people from the time displacement that got infected, and he pulled them out of the displacement to, deal with it.
Can we go see, like, how he did them in? Like, if we look at the bodies, can we see
in the stasis
like,
tanks? It's hard
the
because it looks like they've been heavily cut open and like autopsied.
Okay.
They're just like
Yes,
floating in the tanks.
Oh, that's right. They're floating. That's right. Okay, let's pick a way. We need to go. We need.
For simplicity, you guys can just say catwalk 1, catwalk 2, corridor 1, or corridor 2.
to the open corridor here to the right, and then we'll work our way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
It's a corridor
The one
2. Okay. Nope, wrong one. Corridor 1. This
You
corridor
chose wrong.
This corridor winds and turns, and while you're walking down it, you do see more of the fungal growths growing, but not enough to like impede any progress. The corridor eventually comes to a solid stone door that is slightly ajar, and a plaque on the door reads "Arcane Vault, no admittance." Oh, and that alarm is still going off. I forgot. Meep, 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 meep.
But there's no more screeching and screaming that we can hear.
Nope.
The remainder that stayed alive after they fed upon each other.
Should we attempt to enter?
Body kind of open, so
Well, I would hate to break the rules now. Sarcastically.
So you guys push into the vault.
Yeah.
So be it.
Can we check this thing out before we encroach?
Okay, I'll just push the door open so that we can see inside of it.
Okay. The fungal.
Never mind, it's cool.
The fungal-like growths proliferate in this room as well and climb up the walls towards the ceiling. A large vault-like door you'd see in a bank is also ajar, with more fungus seeming to have crept beyond and into the vault itself. So it just opens up into like a bank vault, but it's just this big vault door, like an extra form of security, and it's open, and the fungus has crept beyond and into the vault itself. The door is only ajar a few inches.
all right. Let's check this door thoroughly, and then we'll enter. Is that what you meant, Grin?
Nah.
What did
No.
you mean?
Huh?
What did you mean?
Well, I mean, it's a vault, right? So
Uh-huh.
it seems like there might be, traps or something.
Well,
But
wouldn't
there
you
aren't
think-
any, so we're fine.
Yeah, wouldn't you think the creatures might have? Some of them might have already activated these traps.
Yeah, that's true.
Just stay vigilant.
Torger just will stand like 30 feet back.
Okay, Hopper, go open that door. You're very good at
Antyr.
door opening. Please. There we go.
Oh shit.
He used the magic word. Now I have to go.
Hey, rules.
A
They
knight
roll.
a knight
They
can't
rolls.
a knight can't say no to a beautiful person saying please.
Exactly.
With a little
Exactly.
flourish.
With the little
chivalrous
with their little
and fey.
Antyr with their little
Yeah.
like handkerchief.
With a little hanky.
Yep.
Please.
Oh, Hopper.
Please.
Doily. My doily.
Yeah. Antyr said please, so Hopper's gonna carefully cross the room and investigate
Okay.
this door.
It's ajar a few inches.
Could I... It's a ritual. Ritual is 10 minutes plus the casting time, right? It's 10 minutes for detect magic.
Worth it.
Do we want to take 10 minutes or should I use a spell slot?
Take the 10.
Yeah, take the time.
Alright.
You're gonna
Fine.
take.
We'll
Well,
Does wild
actually, you're
magic
I'm
still
gonna.
gonna-
happen if you do a ritual?
Either way, it's a D20.
It
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
yeah.
So
way,
separate
yeah.
yourself.
We'll step away.
Yeah, Torger
from-
keeps
Yeah, I'll
backing
go to-
up.
I'm gonna go to the door and then sit down on the ground in front of the door and just start ritually casting detect magic.
The floor is covered in the growths, though. You should just sit down anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gross.
It's an 11.
Okay. Magic pings, but no schools of magic. So no
Okay.
spells or.
So the door is magical.
No,
but
not from the door.
it
From
doesn't
something
seem trapped.
on the other side of the
Oh.
inside the vault.
Okay. I'm gonna, after the 10 minutes are up, I'm gonna stand up and wave everyone over and start trying to push the vault door a little bit more open.
Okay. You go to push the door and it just closes.
Oh, I meant pull it open.
And then you pull it open.
I was unclear of which direction.
Hopper
I
can't
pushed
read
the pull
push or
door.
pull. Yeah, Hopper can't read
Oh.
between.
To be fair, they don't usually say, and I hate that because I've done it multiple times.
Absolutely.
Same.
In real life.
There's a really good sketch from like a sketch comedy thing on Netflix where there's a pull door. No, it's a push door, and the guy's like pulling it open. He just breaks it while staring at the shop. It's funny.
See, I've done the opposite, where I'll push a pull door.
You open the door though. Every lockbox and holding box has been ripped open and rifled through. Contents of these boxes have been spilled out onto the floor and destroyed in a frenzy. Shattered potion bottles cover the floor, as do what look like powerless cathadium crystals, their innate glow long since expired. Large scorch marks also extend across the whole floor of this vault and seem to originate from a lockbox that is still snug in its compartment, the only one still snug in its compartment. But like large scorch marks extend out from it on the floor. And Hopper, your detect magic does not reveal any magic. It's like no spells, no schools of magic, but magic.
Okay.
You do detect magic coming from the lockbox.
Does it? Can I go up to it slowly and see if it looks trapped?
Make an investigation check.
We're at the other.
Anyone wanna
Antyr's at the door
help?
watching.
So Antyr's not helping. Great.
No,
Definitely not.
helping from afar.
It's a natural one.
Natural one. Oh, safest lockbox you've ever seen.
Awesome. Great. What the fuck did you roll initiative?
Grin's gonna start killing the party.
I don't have dispel magic.
No,
So it's magical, but I can't sense what school of magic.
and you
it's
can't see
from.
the source.
I'm gonna
Safest lockbox.
Safest lockbox you've
Safest
ever
lock-
seen.
safest lockbox I've ever seen. I'm gonna attempt to open it.
Alright, you pull it open.
Going Temple of Doom in here.
Inside
Yeah.
is a singular mint green colored potion. Looks like there's enough doses left for 3 people.
Oh.
There's a label around the bottle that says temporary elixir to resist the corrupting effects from the ley lines in Cathadium. Lasts 1 hour per dose. And there's 3 doses.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay, how much would you say a little satchel of blunderbuss ammunition would weigh?
More than a potion.
Okay. I'm gonna do what Indy does at the beginning of Temple of Doom, kind of weigh out some ammunition,
Okay.
just throw it on the ground behind me, try to get a similar weight to this potion,
Okay.
and swap them out.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yay.
It looks like
Guys, I got
whatever-
something.
It looks like the locked box was once protected by a spell that went off when things rummaged through this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I just feel really good about that. I don't
So
know
many-
nothing was gonna happen anyway.
So many people like go, I'm gonna do exactly what Indy did. Indy failed at doing
All
it.
the
didn't
time.
work.
Every time.
Yeah, it failed.
Hopper doesn't know he failed. He thinks he did it perfectly because
Yeah,
nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
So he thinks he's fantastic at it. I'm saying that's part of the nat one,
And-
but
and
nothing
they are.
happened.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the
He-
potion.
yeah.
Enough doses for 3 people, and the doses last for 1 hour.
Okay.
Grin is immune to the
Um,
effects,
Mm-hmm.
so it's up to you and your friends if you decide to climb the ley line, which 3 are gonna. But that's not, you have time to figure that out.
Yeah. We also have time to possibly find more.
And kill more of your
Hopefully.
party off, so it's only 3 people that you have to worry about.
There it is.
There it is.
So, like,
There it is.
realistically, it'd be 3 people taking it, 1 person does not.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I keep
Papa,
forgetting
what
it's
did you
only
find?
5 people now.
I think this is part of what we were looking for.
Oh lol.
The-
There's
So
3.
there's only enough for 3 of us.
One of
Yeah,
the,
that doesn't look like a nerf.
there's also like a severed finger on the floor. Looks like a finger from like one of the creepers just laying on the floor.
All right. to the catwalks?
Yeah, sure. I'll just look at that finger.
Yeah, it's just laying there. Looks like it's been severed at like the first knuckle.
Trying to figure out what would have cut it. He's like looking around.
It looks like it was blown off.
Blown off. Okay.
And judging by the
Oh,
swoosh
wow.
marks, the trap was probably
Cool.
So we could assume that some creepers were rummaging through this
Yeah.
area.
Since they're drawn to magic, yeah.
That's valid, yeah.
All right, so you guys head back to the central chamber. You have the other corridor, which is a little more infested with fungal growths, and then you got the catwalks up top.
Oh my god, that reminds me. If any of us had like the sigil spell or whatever it's called, and essentially a trap spell, they'd just
Oh,
be
yeah.
drawn to that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, glyph of warding.
Yeah, they would just be like, ooh.
Catwalk 2? You were right immediately.
So just an immediate right to go up the catwalk.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, let's do that.
Who's leading the
Keep
way?
it simple.
Alarm.
Perfect. This 7-foot tall,
Master.
this 7-foot tall flying.
One fear.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, we also said Grin's walking speed would be like normal walking speed now. So, I think that's what we said because you're bigger.
Yeah.
Because that'd be rough.
That would be real weird looking.
You get up onto the catwalk, and it's destroyed and has collapsed at around the midway point, just into rubble. The other end of the catwalk stretches to a destroyed stone door.
I don't even give it a second look. I'm just flying over
Yeah,
it,
Torger will too.
like no stopping.
Yes, yeah, Torger would have gotten a few
how-
hours left. Would have gotten like 2 hours back to the boots. So Torger's gonna. Everybody else could easily get across with either like jumping. I assume Vonkar. Yeah, Vonkar would no longer be like 4,000 pounds.
He shrunk back down.
But yeah, everybody else could easily cross the gap from between hopping, doing their silly, moving around, or just jumping because they're strong.
Hey, by the way, that was a pretty screwed up battle. Does anybody need a rest?
I feel great.
No, I am okay.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Oh, and Grin, thank you for rescuing me from being eaten.
Yeah, I was screwed up. No one deserves that. Jeez.
Yeah.
Unless they ask for it.
Well, I mean, it was probably terrifying from your perspective, Antyr, but that looked screwed up for my anger.
Yeah, I could feel they were attempting to, like... The arcane within me just felt like it was being attempted to be consumed. I didn't like it.
Really? Is that what they were doing?
I assume so,
All right, well.
Oh,
but I
fuck.
think your arrow prevented it from, your bolt prevented it from harming me further.
As you get up here, I forgot there's 2 more catwalks. There should be 4.
Oh.
2 more catwalks are just here, up here.
Nice.
But you all clear the gap and enter through the stone destroyed door. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
This chamber beyond pulses with white fungal-like growths, obliterating any trace of its previous appearance. The room, I mean. At intervals, these growths release a dense violet mist of spores, which just splash everybody. Grin, you're fine. Oddly, everybody else, as you're covered in these spores, you all feel like a piercing headache, as if someone is sliding an icy blade between your eyes. Just,
Oh, God.
and a voice speaks out into your mind: "Submit, embrace unity." Then, as quickly as it came, it fades. Grin just gets splashed like he's at a paint fight, and then everybody else hears a discordant, layered voice that just says, "Submit, embrace unity."
Grin's in front, so he doesn't even see
No,
how everybody reacts to
but no,
this.
that's all that's in this room. The fungal growths have just taken over everything.
I haven't seen anything, guys, so I guess we should keep moving. What are you guys doing? What happened?
There was
That was a voice.
Yeah.
Did you not hear it?
No, no, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you guys heard that too? I thought I was having a senior moment.
It wasn't that.
If anyone should be having a senior moment, it's Antyr.
I think Vonkar is technically older than Antyr still.
Marco,
Kinda
how
hard
old
to
are
say.
you?
What?
How old are you?
Me? Oh, I
Do you
am.
remember?
Just thinks, stops to think about it.
What year is it?
It's 76,
75.
75.
AT.
Which is it? Is it era? And is that how it is? It?
Yeah, age. So it's 75, Age of Tranquility. So you were like
Which
from the
age?
yeah, Age of Tranquility.
325.
Oh,
that's
I
pretty
am
good.
Oh,
older,
all right.
How
technically.
old are you, Antyr?
409.
Well, I should give more respect to my elders then.
Oh no, you much wiser than me.
That's true.
Torger knows.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys are fine, looks like there's nothing here. We should probably keep going.
Okay.
Are you guys fine?
Because I have a question
Sure.
mechanically.
We just heard a voice. Yeah, what's up?
I guess this. I don't know. This is all a technicality. Air bubble wouldn't prevent something like this from,
I don't know.
right? Because
Oh.
air bubble creates a breathable bubble of air.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. Oh, fresh air. I'm sorry. Breathe.
Yeah.
Wait. A fresh air. Okay, cool. All right. It would just get mingled in for a moment and then disperse.
Yeah.
Kind of same situation. Okay.
Trapped within.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. I figured as much. All right.
I just felt like I was back in the terrible twos.
I did not like that one bit.
Seven shrieking children, all 2 are under. It was
Oh,
not a fun time.
Antyr's going to take a bit. It's going to lift their the collar and kind of shift it to kind of cover their mouth and nose just a bit, just to try to obscure some.
Okay. So you got Catwalk 1, 3, and 4 left, and then Ground Corridor 2 left.
Jeez. Well, can we just go down the
Let's do the catwalks,
we're just,
right?
yeah, we're just
We're on the catwalks. Might as well just
Alright.
looping
start-
around
start
essentially
taking out.
just to
Yeah.
hit each one.
Alright, so Catwalk 1 would be next.
Okay.
Okay.
This catwalk is obscured by extensive white fungal growths. The entire catwalk is just covered in them. They nearly conceal the entirety of the catwalk, necessitating having to move across the fungal-like substance. Which is fine, you've been doing it the entire time. Eventually, the catwalk leads into another chamber where the door appears to have been forcibly bent outward, almost torn from its hinges. And it is stone, so it's like crumbled in like this kind of position a little bit from like inward force, likely due to a combination of a breakout and the rapid proliferation of the fungus. The chamber beyond itself is inundated with the fungal-like substance scattered haphazardly rather than organized into structured formations like all the stalks you've been seeing. It seems all this fungal-like growth seems to be kind of coming from here, and it seems to kind of originate from a shattered cylindrical containment unit, like a tiny little cylindrical contraption. And then nearly consumed is a desk engulfed by these growths where that containment unit sits, and kind of stuck in the growths is another research note that's been like left behind.
Magus Reach goes out and just rips it free. Yep.
It's a little damp.
So just so we don't have to go into this ground zero place.
Sure. I have collected a live. Yeah, that's the one from before. I have
Okay,
collected a live
this is-
specimen.
This
Blah
is the
blah
lab
blah.
specimen one
Yeah, yeah.
with the violet shade or violet shroud miasma
Violet shroud.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So wait,
he
there was no note. In
Double
there,
down on his notes here.
Oh yeah. He made a duplicate.
Yeah.
All right, that's that.
Which would make
catwalk.
sense because if he lost this note, he would
Yeah.
want to
Gotta make another one.
record. Yeah.
It's very similarly
True.
written.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys circle around, you
Use
get
more abbreviations in this one.
circling around. You'd come to catwalk, the third catwalk. This catwalk crosses over the tops of more fluid-filled tanks that hold the deceased specimens, and it comes to a staircase that rises up to an additional door, and the door is marked with a plaque that reads "Fate Touched Studies." FATE apostrophe touched studies. Fate touched studies.
Let's check the last catwalk and then we'll come back to this one.
I mean, we saw earlier that this guy had a relationship, or at least a working knowledge of,
Gothel.
Granny Gother.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know, that name rings a little true to Gothel's vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has been referred to as a matron of fate herself, and others.
Let's go in here then, and then let's go.
Okay. This room.
Hopper's gonna stay outside this room.
Sure. Fucking.
Probably a good
What a
bet.
wiener.
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 Fucking
As we're walking
Gothel.
in.
I haven't liked her since day one.
Big square L7
We just start bullying.
Hopper doesn't like. I love Gothel. How can you not like her?
Peer pressure.
Hey, Hopper hates Gothel. I think she's a very.
She's great. She's not as
interesting,
good as Fontaine though.
uh,
Oh, idea just popped in my head. Anyways, this room is small.
Remove it now.
What about Sigmund?
No. But cramped. The room is small, but cramped heavily with bookshelves and various sofas that have seen far better days. In the center of the room is a small table covered in old, long-dried wine decanters and empty spirit bottles. Piled on the table are various accounts across history of people claiming to see individuals tethered together by mint green strands and aiding during times of great turmoil. Some of these have even been painted. There's paintings, and some of these have even been painted by such witnesses, and with theories on how these fate touched are closely tied to the ley lines and Cathadium as a whole. And in the paintings, the tendrils that are like stretching between these people are similar to the ones you all saw in the cave yesterday, that tethered between you all. The first painting shows a city deep underground, and the city seems powered by these sentient crystals, which in turn keep the city alive. It shows a group of individuals trying to destroy these crystals in like a fight. A note attached to the painting reads, "Underground city sustained by sentient Cathadium crystals. Fate touched from the continent of Esselvire intervened to dismantle the city and its hold over the continent." In the painting you see a dwarf with a big old mustache, a green kind of bandana, and an eye patch. You see...
And then redacted.
Yeah, redacted.
It's blurred out.
Oh yeah, two people aren't there. It just says redacted.
There's just one section that's just kind of crumbled and isn't really
no,
visible.
it's just it's like a semi.
Yeah.
It's like an actual sensor bar just kind of floating over that.
So you
area.
see this dwarf, and then you see an elvish woman tethered together with two redacted blurs on the map that have been like destroyed by time.
You can't really make out these two.
Yeah. It's so smudged. Like someone ran into it while they were in the middle of painting it.
Shit happens. Another painting shows a battle over Dawnbreak Cove on the continent of Ipshire, where more fate-touched individuals seem to be battling devils around the city and flying towards a great city of floating metal in the sky. Grin would recognize Papa in the painting. A note attached to this one reads, "Battle over Dawnbreak Cove, fate-touched combat devils. Asmodeus targets city for its ash tree, believing it to be a sapling of Delnastra's eel deer known as the Everlasting Arbor, seeking control over the ley lines."
Oh, that's actually interesting. Look, there's Papa.
That tree was actually important.
Wait.
What?
Found a
Gonna
fun way
focus
to
in
connect everything.
Gonna focus on that little green blob with the
Yeah.
noose around its neck. This little thing?
There's Papa.
He's as big as you are.
In this
Look
painting,
at his ears.
in the painting, it's just it's a goblin.
Gonna look over. Okay. All right. If you say so.
But yeah, it's cool. They're like flying on the back of a massive like silver dragon towards a city of metal floating in the sky, and devils are just everywhere. Oh yeah.
Ew, a cat. Is that what's?
Oh yeah, there's a cat in there too.
Gross.
A bipedal cat.
person.
Yeah. Um,
You.
I am Sigmund.
I
The next
slowly creating a personal vendetta against Lex.
I feel it. The next painting shows some familiar figures, mainly Dax, Druck, and Kenna and Flitz, who you only saw briefly. They're all fighting a green tiefling who has been heavily consumed by eyes growing out of his body. A note attached to this one reads, "The Faust and the Furious confront Cathosis, destroy this creator god, seal prison for the god's immortal forms, and dissolve ley lines suffusing it, preventing gods from meddling with Del Nasra, ensuring grand restoration comes to pass."
Yep.
One...
Hey, so,
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
well, who did this?
A lot of these paintings look... These three paintings look... The first one looks pretty old. The second two look... The second one with Papa looks like it's about 40 years old. The one you're looking at now, there's one more painting left, but this one you're looking at looks like it's only 6 years old. There are little signatures, like when people sign their painting. The signatures are all different, and just weird initials like HP, DF, XO. Like,
No M.
no. But there is one final painting. Nearly finished. It shows all of you running across, that are here. So Hopper, Antyr, Grin, Vonkar, Torger. It shows all of you running across the back of some colossal entity with deep purple flesh and spines the size of mountains as it flies through space around the world, which is engulfed in catastrophic arcane surges across the entirety of it. Like the world is being demolished. You can see pieces of the moon have like impacted the world. The entity's entire form isn't visible, just its back, but it is familiar terrain to both Antyr and Grin. In this painting, you're all tethered by mint green threads, the same you witnessed in the cave a day prior. The note on this one simply reads, "The final fate touched, racing to thwart a plot by the blue light seen in my visions, aboard the back of the Devourer, Arcane's Bane." And then on a nearby wall, there's like sketches that are pinned to a nearby wall and surrounded by more scribblings. But you can see the painting of you all looks older than the previous three.
Guys, Antyr and I, this is really great.
Yeah.
You know
That's
how
why
we
we went
described
here. Why
that
did we
big
go
brown
here?
worm thing? This is it. This is the guy.
I
Yeah.
can't remember
You
what
do-
brought us here.
You just see a massive, like, you don't see the full creature, you don't see what it could possibly be. You just see its back, and the spines growing out of its back are the size of mountains. And you got there because you two were the only players available
I
that
remember
week,
that.
and it was when Kenna was trying to get Antyr to go somewhere for like a
Yes.
ritual, and it sent
You're right.
and someone Baba Yaga intervened and sent Antyr and Grin to the dreaming where the fey creatures go to have visions and sleep and stuff.
Yeah. Also, Pushan is canon in my notes, by the way.
Perfect.
I wrote Hushan in my notes.
But yeah, the painting.
Respect.
So yeah, Grin just said that this is the thing that Antyr and I told you about that we saw. We were there, and this painting of you all looks older than the other three.
Oh,
If anyone would like to do a history check, I will let you ascertain possibly how old.
sure.
Have you found anything interesting in there?
Yeah, there's a painting of us on the wall.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a
your
lot of
ear's
people.
extra big. That's a 25.
25, probably a few centuries.
Yeah, it's quite old.
Yeah, so how is it that something with us is older than the other paintings?
Maybe this was always supposed to meant to happen, but the course of why it was happening was being written.
What?
What?
Like maybe the ending was first, and then the beginning of the story, or whatever, the fate of Del Nazro just was built through that.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either, but
But yeah, there's like you can see like sketches on the walls, mad like scribbling next to them, like someone was just like having a good time.
Hey, then, does it make you feel better or worse if you knew that fate existed?
Worse.
Definitely worse.
Why? What makes you think you'd have a bad fate?
about being bad fate.
Hopper just motions to us in the room. Have you not been here for all the shit we have been put through because of so-called fate? I would rather believe that it was pure stupidity and accidents on our part,
Yeah.
rather than something that would be predestined.
I don't know. I think even though we're acting as I mean, if we're acting as how we want to act, and, you know, fate comes to pass anyway, it's not like fate means we don't have a choice. It means that we made a choice and it's already happened, and someone can just see it. Right? So that's not like super bad.
Just makes it seem like why wouldn't someone just reach out to us to stop this, or to shift, to pull, to push?
Probably because it results in something they prefer.
Yeah, you would remember
maybe they
when
did.
you remember when Grin asked Auntie Gothel to manipulate fate a little bit for you guys to get you to Midsummer.
Mm-hmm.
She said she could do it, but she can't fuck with fate too much, otherwise it could fuck a lot of stuff up.
Right.
Like I was gonna say, I mean, maybe they did. We're just not the ones that got to. We're not the us that got to.
Yeah.
That got to have that happen.
Yeah.
True. They just let us free roam a bit more than the others, it seems.
I mean, just because. Aren't we? Correct me if I'm wrong, but we met other Antyrs, right? Kind of.
Yes. And that,
And we
So
have
there's other Antyrs, and there's kind of other us, right?
Yeah, you guys did
Yeah.
find a research note while digging through this place where Deverin spoke of how, because the Leylands are fucked and they hold kind of everything together, the corruption was causing people to remember different realities and not have memories from the real, like, have, like, actual memories. So, speaking of, there was, like, divergent, like, bleed through from, like, other places, and people have, like, been speaking of, like, oh, yeah, like, there's a possibility that there are multiple versions of everybody running around simultaneously.
I will say, of all the Antyrs we've met, I think you're probably the best one.
and I was on the road to being one of the worst ones. So
Yeah.
You can say that again.
I was on the road to being one of the worst ones.
But yeah, that's that painting, and then there's the sketches, 3 sketches
Yeah,
pinned
what
to a
do
nearby wall.
the sketches depict?
The first sketch is pinned to a nearby wall with the other notes, and it shows the ley lines weaving through the world, and it looks like depictions of people dying and their souls traversing through the ley lines. A single phrase written to it says, fate-touched souls merge with ley lines, seeking transference of potential into another. Eternal peace for all fate-touched hinges on ley line renewal and the grand restoration. So, it says fate-touched souls merge with ley lines to seek transference of potential into another.
Hey, I just want to touch base with everyone here.
Yeah.
All right.
So we want the grand restoration to happen, right? We just don't want, someone to take control over who owns magic.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know if it's necessarily that we want it to happen. It's going to happen, whether we want it to or not. But I agree, we are dictating, or working to dictate who succeeds, and preventing someone potentially the worst outcome to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working to stop them from removing magic entirely.
Are they trying to remove magic or just take control of it? I'm still a little lost.
I think to take it all into themselves.
Yeah.
So remove it from every other aspect of every other being and just have it and harboring it themselves.
Yeah. Doling it out as however they wish.
Right. So we're allowing magic to be more free choice or free will as opposed to, hoarded.
And it'd be bad if magic just went away altogether.
Well, yes, you wouldn't be able to do half the stuff you do.
Vonkar,
Well-
do you recall dying a few weeks ago and being brought back by magic?
Well, yeah, but I also remember magic. Wait, actually, when did
Everybody
What the
died
fuck?
before the campaign because the Faust and the Furious
Yeah.
caused the.
Oh yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
didn't cause it, but there
Well,
was the
wait, it was like,
widespread.
well, I mean, yeah, but also isn't magic kind of heavily involved in the how of the dying too?
But it seems like it's always been like a fight for control of magic because magic is.
Also, the Grand Restoration restores the ley lines and purges the infection from the ley lines that we've been reading about. And we don't want people to turn into these things.
Exactly.
Oh, imagine a world where everyone is these things.
It's not so much a matter of canceling the Grand Restoration, it is enacting it while doing as little humanitarian damage as possible.
Trying to bump up our percentage a bit. We're only rocking a current 5% with the track that we're going on, which is the best track from what we've been told. So we want to maintain that at the very least and hope that we're part of the 5%. And if we're not, I don't know if we really will be, but that is just something that...
It is a 5% chance. It's not zero.
I think it's a lot lower than that. I don't know
Did
how
Hopper
works,
come into this room now?
No, he's saying this all from the doorway.
Okay, cool.
It's like a leaning on the doorway. Just...
Antyr, as you're standing here, the second sketch shows someone giving birth, surrounded by tendrils that soon fade, and then the infant is surrounded by tendrils of energy. And the phrasing here says, "Fate touched can bestow potential upon offspring, ensuring their succession and granting the parents solace in their chosen afterlife." So if a fate touch gives birth, that child becomes fate touched, and the parent is no longer fate touched. Is what that
Are
seems
any
to
of
say.
you children... Grin, you're a child of... that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Papa?
Wait, who's half cat person?
What do you mean?
Papa, are
Papa.
you half cat?
What are you
No,
talking about?
I'm a Harengon. I am a rabbit.
Well, they birthed people, right? Like children and fate touch, and if we're part of the fate touch cycle...
The first
have
sketch,
to be.
the first sketch shows fate touched souls merging with ley lines, seeking transference of potential into another.
Oh, so these are the
Perhaps
different
it
ways
is
that you...
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
get it, I
a-
get it. I
it-
get it, I get
There
it,
are
I get it.
other ways to become
get it, I
fate
get
touch. Are you not looking
I
at
get
the?
it, I get
Even
it
I
now,
can
I
see
get
it
it
from
now.
here, Antyr.
I was forgetting the
Close your
first sketch
eyes.
was existed.
The final sketch shows the everlasting arbor, the Aeldir of Del Nasra, sitting tall in the Drakeward Desert and surrounded by crude drawings of souls. The phrase written here says, "The Aeldir of Del Nasra, nexus of time and ley lines, cradles departed fate-touched souls, primed to transfer their potential to a newborn, in brackets, foreseen and chosen by guardians of fate." And then potential to a newborn within Del Nasra, perpetuating until the true thread's restoration grants them eternal rest. So the souls go through the ley lines and kind of fill up this tree and just stay there protected, and then whenever a new potential fate touched is born or whatever, the souls through the ley lines, and you guess from the sketches, goes into that new person, and that person becomes fate touched that way. And it seems to be foreseen and chosen by guardians of fate. So guardians of fate choose who is fate touched and who isn't.
Who do you think my fate touched soul once belonged to?
A crab fisherman
Wait, which one was that?
selling
Let's go look at
crabs.
Oh, well.
No, I think Torger has a point there, Antyr. You are very crabby at times.
And also, I think there's more fate touched than just the ones we've been seeing. There's a lot of books in here.
Oh, that's true.
It's almost
Who
like
knows how-
the dungeon master wanted to connect previous campaigns, so it made sense.
No, who knows how many people we've walked by that have also had fate involved in their everyday doings.
Yeah.
I mean, even those kids that we saved, even them, like from Port Cut, any one of them could have been fate touched. They could have had some effect. Anything they might have done could have affected us.
And then
Who knows? Maybe even Arthur would be this fate touched. We don't know.
Oh, that would be unfortunate.
But yeah, the painting of you all, it did say
For the world.
the painting of you all. It said the final fate touched.
You know, I should probably contact, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably reach out back to Druk.
Why is that?
Because I kind of left him pissy.
What do you mean? What'd you say?
I told him about the daughter, no, the sister,
Oh,
the body of the...
and what did he say?
Who was it? And I couldn't answer back because I was out of spell slots.
Ah!
Well,
That's kind of important.
it's not like we're gonna run into each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
Who knows? You might be in Storybrooke right
how-
now.
Yeah, but how would you even answer that?
I would say that the converging worlds killed your sister.
Curiosity. That's not how Torger talks at all.
But we understood. We get it, Torger. Yeah.
He's pointing to the painting of you all and says, "What does it mean, thwart a plot by the blue light?"
Blue light, what, Eleanor?
Well, I never seen a blue light on Eleanor.
No, we haven't
True.
seen too many like blue lights.
No.
Wait. The... Eleanor is just... It's the child of the weave maker?
That's
weaver?
what Gothel said. Yeah.
The weave...
The
weavers?
weavers.
The Weaver.
Oh.
The only answer with your keen mind, the only
One
blue,
moment.
the only blue light you can really recall was the blue lumen spire.
That's Baba Yaga's?
No,
That is Tatiana's.
Baba Yaga's was green,
Right.
and
Titania's?
Oh,
Titania's mother, Valestria.
yeah.
The last trick. What if he like infuses himself with the blue light? That's so...
Wait, so what did it say again?
The final fate touched, racing to thwart a plot by the blue light, seen in my visions aboard the back of the Devourer, Arcane's Bane.
What if she's part of it?
He's in on it.
What if
Yeah.
Titania's mother is the main
I knew it. It was them
evil
silly.
here?
It was them silly all along. Like looking to wait for Hopper's reaction.
Fail
I think-
tricky.
that is treasonous to accuse.
You're no longer a member.
You are
Remember?
lucky.
They kicked you out. They kicked you out.
You see Grin? You see Grin with
did.
this type of smile?
They kicked you out.
That does not mean I cannot remain loyal, and I will. I will get my way back in, Torger.
Did she? Wait. Did okay?
What
Sorry,
you're
if I
saying
understand.
is treason,
Did
and I
you-
should know. Apparently I am treasonous.
Did Titania's mother, was she the head of the Sealy court?
Hopper, you don't know a lot about Valestra because she died way before your time. She died during the civil war between the Sealy Court.
Yeah.
Um,
I only know what I know of her is through the
She-
stories of the
right.
War
she
of
was
Seven
she
Colors.
was assassinated by Aelinor during the war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all you know. And then the entire
But she was
Uh,
part, like
and she
Sealy
was-
court was a thing.
yeah, you
And
would
she
what I'm getting,
had
okay.
been married to Valteris, but
yeah, Pipshin.
yeah, Pipshin.
So Titania is Pipshin's daughter.
Yeah.
You also would have known, like, during the war that Aelinor was, like, generally well respected by everybody in the Sealy Court because he was part of the Sealy Court. And then he assassinated her, and everyone immediately hated him and shunned him and
Which is fair.
banished him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now there's this weird gnome's notes that says, "I thwart a plot by the blue light."
I will say this: the vision that me and Grin, or the experience that me and Grin went through, we did not see Aelinor. It was Aelinor upon this back.
Yeah, you
There
saw
was no
Aelinor,
additional
like,
blue light.
sitting on the head of it, like,
Yes.
controlling it. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So-
Eleanor was there.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, there was like weird back creatures that we fought against.
Oh yeah, they were terrified.
Are those in the painting?
Yeah, like they're dead bodies and more like
Yeah.
coming out of it. Its offspring
It's gross.
that consume the weave. They consume the weave.
Okay, well, I will take these sketches of the how Fate tests are produced. I don't know why. It just likes having knowledge.
Sure.
And if there's any other loose paperwork that seems like it would be noteworthy,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
grab
just
that
it's a
as
lot of
well.
just documents of like hate fate touch through history. Like you guys aren't the only ones. There's like a document of people in a city called Halasar, and they're racing through this like city during a war with like Asmodeus and his devils. You see like a
Nice.
dwarf in like iridescent green armor with like dragon eyes. There's like a centaur running through with like just a dude and a purple tiefling and a Aarakocra kind of running through this area. The one shot that Lex did for us. Yeah, just numerous like reports of like fate touch through history, and how they always seem to be at the center of turmoil when the world is threatened, and just theories on how like they're connected to the ley lines and yeah.
So we can so with Antyr's big brain and Lexa player
Yeah,
coming up with a conspiracy theory, imagine I'm on board with all my paperwork and a bunch of red
Absolutely.
lines. So in essence, it seems like Fate Touched were a product of the ley lines to an extent, or infused with the ley lines to an extent, to eventually get them to this point, to get
to
them
bring
to
about the
grand
grand
restoration.
correct.
Right. So
That's
Fate
what
Touch have just pretty
Been
much been
slowly pushing towards
Got
this,
it.
and the whole reason that fate touch keep happening is because the grand restoration has never happened yet, and that's the whole purpose of them is the ley lines creating these people to like try to push it in that direction, and the painting of you all says the final fate touched.
And so some of the other Fate Touch have prevented things that would have thwarted or
Yeah.
stopped the Grand Restoration to an extent. Okay. Because like with the Asmodeus trying to steal a seedling.
Yeah, a seedling of the tree that was growing on Dawnbreak Cove. Yeah.
Antyr's gonna like take the book. Antyr wants to take any books or any written notes on the 3 paintings
Okay.
of the others.
Yeah.
There obviously doesn't. I don't think they wouldn't look for ones on themselves, but they want to have time to research a bit more about them.
Sure. Easily done because of your background.
Yeah, this is not like history that is fully understood
Yeah.
or fully known. So Antyr's gonna just take those and not worry about the others, because they don't seem as tied directly to all these events.
Coming into this chamber, Grin and Antyr, You do see those threads manifest briefly again, and they appear a little bit more stronger and woven together, and then they disappear. The ones that connect to you all. But Grin and Antyr are the only ones who see them.
Right. I have everything I need from here. I think we can proceed forward. Be on the lookout for that recipe for that damn elixir.
Yeah, recipe. Yeah, we need that.
And as you all leave this chamber, regrouping with Hopper, who stayed outside the entire time, we're going to go to break. And we'll be back here in 10 minutes for the last corridor and the last catwalk, perhaps.
Let's go.
And then you're done in this place. And you get to go back
Alright.
and talk to Deverin and be like, yo, what the fuck, man?
And beat him up.
Bro, what the fuck?
And then get his journal that he said that Gothel told him to leave for you all. Who knows?
Yep.
See you all back in 10 minutes.
Alright.
How do I do this again? There we go. Hello, everybody. I have to rearrange the windows because it glitches sometimes. And I can't do it for some reason when it's not the active window. Hello. So, yeah. You guys found a bunch of stuff about Fate Touched and how you all, someone like drew a painting of y'all like centuries ago all together and hanging out and being friends. Shit's weird.
Well, are we
It's
friends?
weird.
No.
Hopper's not.
Hey, if Lex isn't in the Zoom call next week, you know why.
Oh,
Why?
But yeah, you guys.
Lex has been shitting on every single character of mine. Since he joined the group. And I've
It's
had
fine.
it.
It's fine. You guys have fully investigated this chamber. You only have this catwalk and then the other corridor left. So do you go to the next catwalk or do you just be like, no, this place sucks?
Yeah, if
let's
it's there,
leave."
yeah. Might as well take a catwalk.
Catwalks. All the catwalks.
All right, the final catwalk is no more than an observation platform and a place used to pull, a place to use the various pulleys to move heavy lab equipment around.
Interesting. What kind of heavy lab equipment?
Stasis tanks.
Okay. Observation. What does it overlook?
The lab.
Excellent. We're done with this, right?
Like that. That's
Yeah,
that's
I
all that
don't think we
catwalk
need
is.
to, yeah.
It's just a pointless
Cool.
catwalk that
Yeah.
circles around.
This is a nice observation platform. Moving on.
Oh, look, I can observe all the platforms from here.
Everything the night touches is our lab.
All right, so you back down to
From
this.
this,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, from this position, like I'll just go out onto it
Yeah.
and observe. Do I notice any patterns?
No.
Any? Okay, all right.
It's just a place where like
figured-
somebody would
just figured
stand
I'd
and be
check.
like a supervisor and not actually do any labor.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he wasn't doing well because of all the subordinates dying. He mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his subordinates were better. Yeah.
All right.
The final corridor.
Let's keep going.
I need to
Um,
clear
Who
some
wasn't
of this.
proficient in surgeon's tools. Who is more of the crystal research guy.
Yeah, it said all of his.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said
yeah.
all of his assistants died, but it doesn't really.
Go into detail.
No. He's also a really old gnome, so maybe time. This corridor is nearly impossible to traverse due to the fungal growth, but it is possible to do so. Do you guys want to push forward?
Yeah.
Nah, let's turn around.
Perfect.
And be like, oh, we got all the stuff.
No, we need to at least see if there's anything. Grin fly. Oh wait, you're super
Right.
big now.
What?
I was gonna say you can probably maneuver a little bit better, but you're big.
I sure can. Look at this. He like, his like, he's like spindly as shit,
Oh, you look like a spider.
and then he just kind of goes through it.
Yeah, you guys can all like get through easily. It's gonna take some time.
All right. Slow and steady.
And yeah, the fungus
Yeah,
isn't like soft and squishy. It's like dense
Gross. Hate that.
and slick, full of holes.
Vile.
I'll use the shatter spike to
Just
like.
Wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. We will be hurt by it. No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes. We felt the burn back there. If you start cutting through it, I don't want to even think about what
I'll
we'll
take
feel.
I'll take the flat end and just tap it.
Yeah, everybody feels like you're being tapped somewhere.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Well, you feel that?
Grin. We will confiscate all
it
of your
feels like
belongings.
it feels
He
like
puts
so-
it. He puts the sword back and then just goes.
Yeah, so Grin-
Does like
as
a
Grin-
drum
Grin, why
beat
are
on
you
it.
doing that?
So as Grin like starts playing the drums on this fungus growth, it feels like somebody's playing drums with the inside of your skull.
Grin! Ow!
Oh, does
Grin,
that
do
hurt?
not-
I'm sorry. I thought it would be just fun.
I think with
Grin,
that,
do
I
not
think
make me
I
kill you
think
before I
I
kill
think with
Antyr.
that erratic drum beat, everybody takes 6 psychic damage except for Grin.
Oh,
Jeez.
Garrett.
Oh no.
We have
I
temp
don't think I
HP.
saw
It's
temp
okay.
HP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're okay.
You know what? You know what? For shits and giggles, I'm gonna just re-bump the
Okay.
temp HP. That is up to 7.
For everyone.
We get one
Up
more.
to 7.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Everyone is back up to 7 temp HP. Grin can keep
Grin
it
could
stupid
easily
11.
Grin could just easily kill the party right here. Just start going boom.
I mean, we'd be able to retaliate, stop.
Yeah.
And incapacitate us.
It would take multiple rounds.
He could also kill the party by doing that on our heads with knives, like.
Yeah.
I mean, if he used Shatter Spike on this, because because this is technically
yeah.
organic, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't actually Shatter Spike wouldn't
Oh,
work. 'Cause it's
right,
on a,
yeah.
well, I don't know. It's weird.
It says
If I
objects.
used
These are
hold
objects.
on, if I use
Oh,
the Everthorn
yeah.
on this and like slice through, is it possible I could decapitate one of us?
No.
No, okay. That's
It's
not
the
how that
concept.
works.
It would
There's a
feel
way to,
like we
there's, a,
got
there's a way to
decapitated.
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just avoid.
You
harming,
decapitate.
'cause-
You probably just decapitate everybody except for Grin.
Yeah.
'cause I feel like
Everyone
this
in one
would-
fell swoop.
But what if one of you had the potion? Or if a bunch of you had the potion and then we did the same thing? Would it be neutralized?
No, because the potion only acts as a resistance, not as a, and that's to the corruption aspect.
Isn't that what you're feeling?
No, this is an inherent now. This is just innate in within us. Our connection to this fungal stuff.
As you're moving through the corridor, that spike of pain hits you again. Almost like 2 seconds after Grin, not 2 seconds, but like a couple seconds after Grin stopped like playing them like bongos, another spike of pain is driven into your mind.
Grin.
No, it wasn't me this time.
Of the voice speaking to everybody but Grin. Come to me, my children. The time is nigh. The devourer shall awake.
Aelodor.
It sounded like a feminine voice.
Oh, it's fucking Aelodor's mom.
The Weaver.
The Weaver would never.
The
Weaver
Your
would
mom.
never.
the voice the voice in pain fades just as you all finish moving through this corridor
Sorry.
and come to a solid stone door with a plaque that reads Displacement Experiments.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, this might be where. This might be about the people outside.
Oh, right. Oh, maybe trying to perfect the displacement aspect.
Or maybe just figuring out in the first place.
Yeah,
Figuring out how
true,
old this
too.
place is.
Yeah,
Not clear on the timeline exactly.
Let's
It's
find
just gonna
out.
like pick up speed.
Okay. The door opens as you hit it, I assume. Just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and just busting through.
The chamber is untouched by the growths. Out of this entire section of the lab, the only room that's untouched. You can see numerous diagrams of magical theory, trying to figure out how to utilize Cathadium to send things back in time, as the Cathadium are the product of ley lines, and the ley lines hold everything in place: time, magic, reality, all of it. It appears that he achieved partial success in a singular attempt, as he has his experiments all detailed out, so you can tell. Partial success in a singular attempt, as he managed to send one of his assistants back in time by almost 50 years, only for the assistant to return moments later as an infant. A note indicated that the assistant was subsequently entrusted to an orphanage under a different identity, since there were no available methods to undo the transformation. So they got sent back in time, turned into a baby, and then they came back as a baby, and he's like, oh, orphanage.
What's the assistant's name?
Doesn't say.
Ooh.
Antyr.
That would be weird.
No, there's no name. You get probably for reasons.
Yeah. HIPAA.
Yet another note discusses the strategy of using Cathadium to stabilize the city's foundations, enabling comprehensive manipulation of the city as a unified entity. It mentions the city in one of the paintings as well. Manipulation of the city as a unified entity. He entertained the notion that instead of sending an entire city back in time, he could potentially displace it between 2 points in time. The note highlights its imperative to penetrate the stasis enveloping the lost City of Embers. So this is before the City of Embers was found by the Faust and the Furious and returned to, like, now.
Wow.
Imperative to get into this, past the stasis enveloping the city, and procure the substantial reservoir of Cathadium thriving beneath its grounds, which you all recall the Ley Guardians were mining vast amounts of Cathadium beneath the city. and that city is still fucking loaded with Cathadium underground, just judging on what you all know and seen. Um, Additionally, it underscores the necessity to investigate the factors enabling the city's entrapment in temporal suspension. So, like, trying to figure out how the city of Embers was in a stasis, like stuck in time, essentially. And then finally, in the center of the chamber is a 10-foot tall piece of orange Cathadium that is anchored to various points around the room, and the crystal seems to pulse every few minutes, and there's a note under the crystal.
Orange associated to conjuration.
It'd be like a whatever is linked to transmutation, which is like a light orange or like a yellow.
Yeah. So conjuration is yellow orange.
Yeah.
Transmutation is like a brown orange.
Yeah, this is like a
Okay.
poop colored crystal.
Poop color crystal. Nasty. And she's gonna take those notes.
Okay. The Cathadium specimen serves as a crucial element in maintaining the displacement surrounding Tethra Mar. This effect is achieved through its tethering to the numerous Cathadium crystals embedded within the city's foundations. Presently, the displacement is projected to persist until the conclusion of the Grand Restoration, a time frame surpassing my own mortality. However, premature termination of this displacement could lead to catastrophic consequences due to the corrupted ley lines and Cathadium permeating the area. My hypothesis posits that any entities or objects engulfed by the resulting backfire would undergo accelerated aging, correlating with the duration of the displacement's effect, aging 1 year for every year the displacement has endured.
You know, we could just kind of end it all right here.
What do you mean? How? Wow.
Vonkar, your niece would have told you she believed the city disappeared 400 years ago, and judging by this note, if it ended, everything in this area immediately would age 400 years.
Dusted.
You know, you just have to break the tether to this crystal. We don't have to do it. I think this seems like the only city, one of the only cities that will survive the Grand Restoration, if this person's notes are correct.
But it's all dependent on this crystal.
Yes. So once the Grand Restoration happens, the crystal should purge, but then the city will make it through?
Is that what you're interpreting with your wizard brains?
Yes.
Looking at the notes, it looks like he never figured out how to actually save the city once things happen.
So it's up to the Grand Restoration.
Yeah, he's like, oh well, we'll see what
Got
happens.
it. Okay.
He's banking on the Grand Restoration, as he's told you before. The Grand Restoration, in his notes, should eradicate all Cathadium from the ley lines and eradicate Cathadium when it happens. So it's like he's hoping that the Grand Restoration will also just destroy this crystal entirely, and the effects shouldn't.
All the crystals in this area,
Yeah.
so the effects shouldn't
Yeah,
do
do
the
that.
crazy wonky shit. Okay.
But it seems like he's not sure.
Yeah, it's just allow these people to live in ignorant bliss.
That he occasionally takes out of the bliss because they get infected and he kills them.
Which is crazy. Alright. Andrew's gonna take those notes.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew has a fuck ton of notes by this person. Well, I think we need to head back. I don't find there's no recipe for this thing. Maybe it's in his journal, which we need to bully out of him to get to us. Because we have proof here, and Antyr's going to hold up the note that talks about, or the ripped page from the journal.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Grin?
What do you... There's a lot of stuff about... The way he treats that construct seems a bit weird, right? Resetting the memories.
Because he's worried that, I imagine, as a protector construct, that what it does, potentially, and what he has to do to ensure this city's safe, I think would go against the... I imagine these aren't the only ones. I imagine there has been quite a few while the city's been in stasis.
So, but do you think that if the construct knew all of this information, they would act violent towards us? Do you think it would make them a worse entity or a better entity?
I don't.
I guess it kind of depends on if it has a conscience or, you know, consciousness, sentience.
He believes it does, because that's why he has to. I feel like that's why he feels the need to wipe its memory.
Well, so that's why it feels bad to me, and that's why I kind of want to share the information.
Yeah, we should.
We'll give them the notes and the Emery, whatever his name is. With
Ermine?
Honestly, Ermine
Earmere?
has had the most experience with this other guy, and I say we give all the information to Ermine and let Ermine decide. That's what I think.
I agree. The gnome is due anyway. He's lived his life.
Yeah, even in the notes you found, he said if his sickness gets too far, he ordered Ermine to kill him. So.
Yeah. So we'll present Ermine with the information that we have. Not from our mouths. We'll have all the paperwork here. It's all neatly put together. And yeah, we'll go from there. So.
I'll
Anybody
have.
else? Any
I'm just.
objections to that?
I'm gonna memorize a little bit of the layout so that I can recall it and present it as a visual, like this.
And he does a minor illusion of
Okay.
like kind of a mapped out of the area.
Okay.
It's like a 3D map.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
You all make your way out of the lab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You.
Andrew's gonna pick up the head of the
The
what do you
creeper?
call it and stuff it into the hideaway
Sure.
sack.
Yeah.
You. So it's in there with Druck's sister. No, Druck's sister is in Hildesvini. You all start to go up that staircase that leads through the wardrobe and into Deverin's office. Not much time has passed. The clock in here looks like only 2 hours have passed. Just like I said, the objects in the displacement still work, but it looks like you guys are only down there for like 2 hours or so. And make your way back through the city to the tower.
Oh, a few more exotic fruits.
Yeah, they're still partying hard.
Oh yeah. A few more of those.
You see like a gnome carrying around like mimosas.
Oh, don't mind if I
Oh,
do.
man. Hopper will also grab a mimosa.
Perfect.
Andrew's just gonna get one of those fruity but not alcoholic beverages. One of
Perfect.
the refreshers.
Is
The
Vonkar
Sturby's refresher.
snagging any of the non-alcoholic drinks that are just on serving platters from these people in the palace grounds?
No, because he's not confident that he knows which ones are alcoholic and which ones are non-alcoholic.
Alrighty. You will.
Vonkar, if you're ever in doubt, get the red sparkly looking one. It's usually a Shirley Temple.
Who is
I don't know
Shirley
if Sprite exists in this universe.
No, it does not. Like I said,
What?
that's why I'm eradicating it all.
So the Shirley Temples can
So Shirley
exist.
Temples cannot exist, or they can't exist.
It's gonna come back and it's gonna be a real-world, modern-day urban fantasy campaign.
Oh
The
no!
worst thing
You
Justin
only drink
created,
Shirley
The
Temples.
Coca-Cola
Um,
Corporation.
You all
Sponsored by no.
No, you all pass through the palace grounds, snagging treats along the way, and eventually you get back to the tower, and the door is closed, but it wasn't locked before.
Walk through.
And then up the staircase to the top. Okay. Yeah, you get to the top, and the door to Deverin's chamber is also closed. The music the music that was playing before is not playing now.
Ermine.
Coming, just 1 second. And Ermine, you hear poof, 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 poof. And they open the door. Oh, hello, visitors. Unfortunately, we are dealing with a bereavement, and we are not meeting new people today. If I can take your names, I can get back to you at a later date.
Wait, do you remember us, Armand?
I have never seen any of you before.
Armand, no, that hurts. That hurts so much. Here, we were sent on a mission by, your boss.
Oh, if you're here to see him, he has recently passed away.
Well, he
Oh,
told
yeah?
us
How'd that
to
happen?
present these papers to you.
Yeah,
But also, how
go.
did that
I
happen?
can't read.
Shit. Okay. Well, once you're finished, meet us downstairs. We'll read to you.
I did find this, though. And he pulls out like a journal and says, the only fragment I have, command I recall, is to give the people that would show up next this. And he hands Antyr like this. As you're handing the notes off, he hands you a journal.
Sure. Take the journal.
There's like a letter taped to the front of the journal as well.
Don't let Hopper read. Okay.
The front letter says to
How
the.
funny is sus.
It's a fun fact. You guys never said your party name to him, but written on the front of
Mm-mm.
the letter says to the funky casuals.
Oh.
Okay. Well, any apologies or.
Would you all like
condolences
to-
on
Use this chamber to rest and read.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Please come in.
Sure.
Ignore my master. And you can
Okay.
see Devrin is just laying in the bed with like a sheet pulled up over him.
Blood?
No,
Oh.
Is there a pillow slightly
no.
too close to that?
It does look like he looks like he just died within the 2 hours that you all.
Oh, wow.
He was really old, really sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have this journal of his. There's like a letter taped to the front addressed to you all.
Andrew's gonna
Funny
go to
enough,
the balcony.
there's only 6 pages in the journal.
Hmm.
Every other one looks like it's been ripped out.
Andrew's gonna go to the balcony that overlooks the city and corral the others before they just begin reading those 6 pages.
Mine's just in the previous chamber, just like dusting things and rearranging things and
Yeah.
making it look nice.
Try to just let him have his moment with his deceased. Gather around. I'll go ahead and just read this out to the group.
Cool.
Would you like us to sit crisscross applesauce?
Yes, you have to.
This is required. Andrew's gonna sit in the chair and
Or the
face-
rocking
turn
chair?
To, turn to face the group and have the book open and read this
Okay.
way.
To the funky casuals, stay united, for secrets, falsehoods, and deceit can burden the soul. Fate is a curious force, and grappling with the realization that external influences have shaped your lives for so long must be daunting. Yet, if you maintain trust and closeness with one another and see this journey through together, the true thread may finally manifest, and the rise of fate-touched individuals may fade into oblivion, no longer bound by ensuring the true thread's creation. You have all been manipulated not only by Gothel and the other guardians of fate, with their machinations to save creation, but by something far more insidious, a predator disguised among the flock. I have attempted to uncover the source of these manipulations, but all I glimpse is a haunting blue light and a crudely fashioned blue crystal taken from the wreckage of an airship. It yields no answers for me, but perhaps it holds the key for you. There is a painting explaining each of my visions in my lab in regards to the fate touch of our world. Meeting a stranger who possesses intimate knowledge of your lives without you knowing who they are, despite my attempts to feign memory loss, must be disconcerting. Although my memory lapses are genuine, my awareness of each of you has remained constant for years, far beyond your own meetings, which I believe was because of Gothel. I place my dwindling hope in your hands, trusting that you may be the ones to rescue us all. As my life comes to a close, I offer these final words in the hope that they may serve some purpose. Regarding what you witnessed in the laboratory, I held firm in the belief that my discoveries held immense potential for the betterment of our world. In my endeavors, I was driven by the conviction that my actions were in service of the greater good. I am convinced that my endeavors have, beyond doubt, been pursued with the noblest of intentions. Whether you choose to harbor disdain or disapproval towards me, I acknowledge that I do not warrant kinder sentiments or considerations for my life's work. It is regrettable that my research required experimentation on living beings, including people. I humbly request that you convey some solace and the truth of my actions to the inhabitants of Tethramar once the cataclysm subsides and the displacement breaks. However, I understand that none of you will likely be present to witness such an outcome. I wish you all the best going forward, Magister Deverin Moore-Harrow. And then there's like 6 pages in the journal that are all just still left in. But the note, that's the letter that he left to you all.
Does any of us have a way to, like, put this information on a surface where that'll last as long as it needs to?
Maybe
For when these people are brought back, they'll know the story.
or maybe Ermia can do it.
What do you got, Hopper?
I just slap my hand. What's nearby? Is there like a piece of paper nearby?
There's paper, there's books, there's just random shit. Walls.
Because I know last time I did this, you said going forward it would have to be a tiny item.
Because I think it is specified that it does have to be a tiny object for that to be on.
Even though I was just plastering it up on like walls and shit.
Yeah.
But I grab a piece of paper and I basically just copy paste the letter onto a new piece of parchment and show it to Grin using one of my magical tinkering.
And that remains for as long as you stay alive, or until it is dispelled, or unless you use it again or something. Yeah.
Until it, I have right now. I have all 4. No, it stays until I use all 4 objects, or use all 4 charges, and then use a 5th charge.
Yeah.
So the oldest one would get wiped away.
All right.
So
We could have, we can also have Earmumir. Probably because they have a means of getting through the stasis, don't they?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I mean, they're like just outside the door.
Emia, maybe. I think it would be
I believe my name is Ermine.
Ermine. Apologies.
you know, like the weasel-like rodent,
No.
or the fur.
What can I assist you with?
No. Could you, per Deverin's wishes, we need a way for his legacy to be conveyed properly and empathetically conveyed to the denizens of this city. What was it called again?
Tethramar.
Tethramar, yeah. Could you figure out a means of doing that?
Perhaps, but I can't read, so I would not be able to read any messages left behind.
Oh, and you can't write probably either.
Correct.
Oh, shit. Would you, Hopper, that note that you did, perfect. I'm going to take some time, and I'm going to reduce the information about us and shift the information to be solely based around Deverin's portion regarding the situation with the city. So Antyr's going to gather up some blank parchment and begin to write letters, but they're going to all be identical, explaining Deverin's what he wanted to convey to the denizens of, and he's going to fold them. And does Deverin have like a sealer or anything like that, like wax or anything like that would indicate? Antyr will take that, do the wax, stamp it onto the necks, and they'll spend like a couple hours doing that.
Sure. Long rest then, everybody. Or short rest, rather.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he'll tell Ermine to place them in homes in places that are of import,
Yeah.
I guess is a good word to say it. Like people who would actually read it, know what it would mean, know who Devrin is fully, and be able to convey
I
a
can
different
place
aspect.
one of the letters in the speaker's post office, and they could send it to. They could relay that message to everyone when the displacement ends.
Perfect.
Also,
Goodbye,
since
Dodson.
you have the journal, I will just send it to you.
Perfect.
Hey, maybe we can also, you know, this might just be me, but maybe we say, hey, we're the funky casuals, and we like do a little mural of ourselves somewhere, so that they know.
Can you draw?
Huh?
Can you do like a mural of
I
us? Can you
can.
draw?
I mean, like, I don't need to
Oh, that's
draw. I
true.
can do this.
But I can
Minor
draw.
illusion.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I tattoo.
Is there a mural of us right back in that room over there?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Torger will start like
Was it?
making a mural.
Oh wait, these are separate entries. Oh fuck a duck. I
Yeah.
thought this was the entries for that we got from the.
No, those are the journal you just
Oh
got.
shit. Okay.
No, yet these are different.
These are very
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, they are. Holy shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
guys
was like,
share
oh,
with the
these
class?
are these are the entries. I'll read through it, but yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, I will. They're long. Some of them are really long, and I don't want to read all of them.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Start at the first.
Bet you all can mark off a short rest if you would like.
But after
Hey,
we finish
Val-
the letter, Antyr pulls the journal and begins reading.
It's gonna
Hey,
take.
Vonkar.
Yeah.
How you doing?
We're pretty good.
How do you feel about, like, you know, finding the city that your friend, you know, was looking for all this time?
Well, I'm excited to see her again. Hopefully.
Do you know where they are?
Well, she was. Well, I mean, I vaguely know where she was supposed to be back when the world made sense.
Yeah. I never knew that world. It's always been confusing.
Well, now both worlds are confusing.
Um, I am a little concerned. If only 5% of people will survive,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing? You know?
Keeping it from being zero.
Yeah, but
And just kind of like glances over in Torger's direction, like shifts it over so maybe to get out of earshot.
like if we're going and doing this whole thing, and we're not going to this location with Torger, like, we're kind of putting ourselves out there. I mean, I think it's a good thing to do, but like doing this, 5%. I don't know, what are we achieving when we could be getting number up higher, or getting this thing closer to being done. I talked to you, Vonkar, because I trust you in your wisdom and you have a good judgment when it comes to things. So, and when you don't, you got that cursed rejection stuff. So,
Well, I mean, I think ultimately, I think there's a bit of a healthy rejection of responsibility here in all this. We didn't ask for this to be put on our shoulders, so any failure on our part, beyond a reasonable amount, I think is not on us. I think it's on
Fate.
whoever or whatever it is put this on us.
Yeah, let's blame fate.
Well, I mean, consider this: if you're brought into a if a well, we got to be more specific with this one because we're capable people. But let's suppose a god brings you, just snaps their fingers and brings you into a room with let's go 20 people, and says something, says, I'm gonna kill 19 of these people, pick one to save. It's not your fault that 19 people are dying. It's the god's fault at that point. You're just put into a crappy situation and doing your best to handle it, and it's not your fault if you don't handle it as well as you can, because that's not a reasonable situation to put anybody in.
But how do you decide who to save?
Well, that's a tough question. I mean, do we even get to pick?
I mean, you just said in your.
Well, I know. The metaphor falls apart a little bit. That's a whole different philosophical moral problem.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean.
I do. And
Or let's say they, let's say they bring you in. All right, let's put it this way. To bring into like sort of a skill and capability kind of mindset. Let's suppose you're brought into a room. Are you particularly good at archery? I don't actually. You're good at archery.
yeah, you see me. I just.
yeah.
I sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been using the sword more often lately, so I'm just I forget. But let's suppose you're brought in the same situation. A bunch of people in a room. God brings you there and puts up an archery target and says, every time you miss the bullseye, I kill somebody. You might be tempted to feel bad about the fact that anytime you miss the bullseye, which you certainly shouldn't try to miss the bullseye, but I think if you try your best and you fail, it's not your fault if that person dies because the god over there is choosing to kill them. You're just put into a crappy situation and doing your best, and I don't think you should feel bad for doing your best, is really what I'm getting down to here.
Oh, that's a very nice way to think about it. When I first thought about it, as you were saying, and I was just like, oh, it's because I didn't try hard enough. I didn't train hard enough to hit the bullseye every time. But maybe that's just my flaw in thinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one knows to train for these kind of things. We didn't know there was going to be a test. Now it's different. If the god says like, hey, you're gonna need to do this in a month.
Yeah.
Over the course of that month, you'd probably spend all your time practicing shooting targets to make sure that you hit as many bullseyes as possible. That's different.
Yeah.
But if you're just dropped in there, no time to prepare, how can you blame yourself for not training hard enough when you didn't know it was going to be this kind of life or death situation?
Yep, life's full of pop quizzes.
Exactly, and you can't be expected to be perfectly prepared for all of them.
Yep. Alright. Pop quiz hot shots. What do we do now?
Exactly.
I finished this
Is that
mural.
the actual question?
I mean, he says that last part, like pop quiz hot shots. What do we do now? Like to everybody, but then like just to Vonkar. It's like thanks, Vonkar.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, don't beat yourself up for too much. We're getting a pop quiz we didn't know to study for, and it's the person who popped the quiz, their fault, not ours, if we mess it up. We're doing our best.
Antyr's
I
just
can
reading
easily
this
make
journal.
something pop. Ideally, it would be something of Anty's. Is that if that's what we are doing?
For what? Sorry, did you?
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. I can make most things pop. I hope it is something of Anty's. perhaps a ligament?
What? Did you say you're going to make something pop? I was reading this
Yes.
book.
Grin
Okay.
said there were going to be a pop quiz.
First and foremost, okay, outside of pop quizzes, first and foremost, what? Holy shit.
Is that in regards to what you're reading?
Yes, to the book and the contents. She's been at play with us this whole time. Not even just
Ooh.
us.
She.
Who do you think?
Refresh my memory.
Antico,
the- Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the blue light person.
Well, that's not mentioned, unfortunately.
There is one thing mentioned in there that would probably play into the blue light thing.
Yeah, I think that I think there's a minor moment, but I just read a lot of fucking shit.
I'll bring that up if I'll help you to discern what that probably was because you're smart. Andrew's a smart person.
Well, okay, so this is some key points here. So
Go ahead.
this Anti-Gothel has been at play with this dude 400 years ago, prior to all of this happening.
How so?
She visited him as a woman, not in the form, I'm assuming not in the form that she looked
Doesn't
now.
specify.
Yeah, it's because it says, I would imagine the way he writes, it seems like he just tells it all. She estimated, she had talked about the Anundial individuals creating all of this, and referred to it as the truth thread.
Yeah, you've heard the truth thread mentioned a few times.
Yeah. She told that only a fraction. She actually estimated 10%. She gave us more credit. Well, actually, I think I want to say the events that have transpired over the course of however for these 400 years have changed that number from 10% to 5. So I'm not going to blame us.
I bet this was those people in the underground cities. They didn't look like they were doing much progressively.
They didn't. Half of them got wiped out.
wrestled a city.
Two of them got erased out of existence.
One wrestled
They
a
didn't know
city,
what
is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm still proud of that.
Yeah, she mentioned that she knew back then that she was going to work us all together.
There is mention of Aelinor too, which probably would have brought up the thing with the blue light too.
Yeah,
Possibly
the
based
Aelinor
on
bit is this is the scandal I'm gonna get for Hopper. Hopper, she foretold that Kinna would die either by your hand or Dusk Reaper Aelinor. It was up in the air. So Kinna was destined to die no matter what.
How dare you, Justin?
Hey man, shit happened
Also-
last campaign.
Where is the Aelinor bit?
Hey, if Justin's not here next weekend, you guys know what.
Kenna became leader of the Lay Guardians, man, and it was up to anyone in the group if they became the guardian of that leader that this would be. It would be them instead of Kenna.
Man, should have made Flitz leader.
Or
of the
nobody
Lay
could have
Guardians.
joined, and it would have been different. There is the mention of Aelinor in there that probably brings up some information. It says, as for Aelinor, Gothel disclosed that external forces were at play, making
Yes.
manipulation difficult. She couldn't manipulate threads around Aelinor due to the interference of a Fey Queen. Previously, she believed that Aelinor was working under other motivations. So this is a recent journal entry, it would seem, and it posits that Gothel no longer believes that Aelinor is acting on the motivations she discerned, and that something is manipulating this as well, and it just says interference of a Fey Queen, and that tied in with the blue light, you know.
It doesn't specify Sealy or unsealy or neutral.
Due to the
says a
interference
Fey
of a
Queen.
Fey Queen,
Fey Queen, yeah, that's all it says.
and Gothel
Antyr will
believing,
show them.
and Gothel, it just says that entry specifically says the sickness has spread rapidly within me, blah blah blah, causing my very essence and identity to fade away. So that these people would come up to my tower and I should assist them for the greater good of the world. Among them was the figure she mentioned 6 years ago, Hopper Thimblefoot, whose role in the demise of Kenneth Vashon further solidified the unfolding of the true thread. He was intrigued by you all, so he sought to learn more. Antyr, Xiloscient, and Astral Elf, proficient in manipulating time and fate's thread, captured Gothel's keen interest. She explained the challenges of bringing this elf into the material plane and the necessity of manipulating fate's intricacies for their recruitment. So she's the one who manipulated Antyr into getting pulled into the material plane. Manipulating the threads for the assailant, Hopper Thimblefoot. The assailant, Hopper Thimblefoot, proved somewhat easier getting them into the material plane. Through subtle manipulations, Gothel orchestrated events leading to Kenneth Vashon's demise. She couldn't manipulate Aelinor at all. The inclusion of the sprite Grin proved straightforward, being born from one of the Fate Touch who thwarted Asmodeus, and thus the status of Fate Touch was passed on to the sprite. Ensuring their involvement in the current events required minimal effort, with Gothel ensuring they were the sole survivor among their siblings. She explained that, like Antyr, the sprite possessed an innate ability to sense the presence of the true thread at times when it manifests.
That's when we can see the green tethers.
Among them, there was also an elderly Duergar named Vonkar Eldsaga that piqued Gothel's interest. She confessed to finding him attractive and entertained the idea of making him her third husband.
I love it. That was her
That
reason.
tracks.
Vonkar's just here because he's hot.
Though there are more details.
That's
Though I found
No, that would be so funny if it was just
That would be.
that.
He's
Yeah.
hot. He's in.
He's hot.
though I found this
he's hot.
Though I found this detail rather inconsequential given our current circumstances, so he's like, "What's the point? Why are you telling me this? Like, this isn't important."
That was point number 1.
Yeah, when I questioned his importance, Gothel simply stated one immune to curses would play a crucial role in the events ahead. She went on to explain that she had to manipulate the threads around his niece, guiding him to a specific tomb on a particular day, where he would uncover an amulet that would set him on his destined path. The final fate touched was another Duergar named Torger. Interestingly, he has spent his life in close proximity to the roots of the ley lines and the tree from which they originated. Additionally, the fighting pit he once fled was situated above my tower in the upper caves of the Underdark. Gothel intervened in the threads of fate to facilitate his escape from this pit, and she expressed great interest in seeing fate guide him back. And then other fate touch individuals she gathered or made herself, but their destinies led them elsewhere, rendering them inconsequential to the unfolding grand scheme of events. And then it says, upon them entering my lab on the 20th of Nightwind, which is today, I would meet my demise. She wanted me to be aware of when my suffering of this affliction would come to an end. Furthermore, she stressed the importance of these individuals seeking out the everlasting arbor once the grand restoration commenced in a few days' time. However, she emphasized that prior to that, the Fey domain of Midsummer held great significance, and that secrets and deceptions would be laid bare that have been with them since they all met.
Okay, that's a question. Is that implying what we already went through? Or is that implying...
More to go.
Oh, okay.
Go,
Okay,
guys.
okay.
So that also seems to be tying in with deception since the beginning, when you all met.
Right, I just wasn't sure if that was in speaking into the terms of what we've been... But that makes sense.
So you got
there's no
mentions
more
of the blue crystal, Gothel previously believing that Gothel believing Aelinor's motivations are different and not what they were to consume the entirety of the weave, which is what her initial suspicions were.
Any mention of the creep at all?
Nope.
Interesting.
She revealed that there were other fate-touched individuals she had gathered, but their destinies led them elsewhere,
There it is.
rendering them
Possibly could
inconsequential.
include the creep.
The creep, Leek, Lionel, rendering them inconsequential to the unfolding grand scheme of events.
Oh, man.
Well, if the creep is still alive, he's probably still with Aelinor, considering he turned over.
He's bound again.
Ooh.
The Antyr said they saw
saw
them
that.
bound again.
So
Oh, so someone got him.
he was rewrapped.
He's now a
Spotify
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
Spotify
Um,
rewrap.
Fleshy. It's more like a
What else?
payday.
Glance. I'll post a journal. I'll post a journal in the
Yeah.
document thing too. But there's like a lot of information in here that's like
Yeah.
cool.
It's,
And I
it'll
also
fucking
don't.
blow your
I don't
mind.
want the audience to like not know anything. So that's why I'm kind of like divulging just a little bit here.
Yeah.
it explains things like Gothel revealed that one member, Kenneth Bashan of the Faust and the Furious, would embark on experiments in 6 years' time, employing Cathadium crystals to shield cities from the impending destruction of the Grand Restoration. So Gothel even knew that Kenneth was going to do it before they did it.
Using, so sorry, but there, when you said that, that Kenna was essentially using the corruption to shield from the Great Restoration.
Didn't know. These crystals, she explained, were like the affliction of the ley lines, and completing this task would transform the cities into breeding grounds for the sickness. And
yeah, Kenna, I think the inference is that Kenna was not aware that Cathadium's true nature is the. So Kenna essentially was creating fucking.
Kenna was creating a vaccine from the virus.
But didn't.
But
didn't
know they were doing that.
Yeah.
They didn't finish, and they also didn't know. Kenna essentially created the polio vaccine without discovering polio.
And then that one continent, Cathatuine, was the primary source for these crystals. She foresaw Kenna's demise at the hands of either individuals called Duskreaper Aelinor or Hopper Thimblefoot, though fate had not yet fully woven that strand. Because that was up in the air when that encounter happened. Mentions that the ley lines were reinvigorated by a party called the Faust and the Furious, in brackets, a rather awful name, albeit inconsequential.
How dare you?
Saying that they played a crucial role in rediscovering the ley lines, Cathadium, and one among them, a tiefling named Veneration Kihalis, awakened these ley lines. This action set us on the path of the foretold cataclysm, the Grand Restoration. And after that happened, he seemed impressed that Gothel was able to, like, just prophesize all this shit, and he reached out to her for more, and she constantly visited him frequently to share things with him.
And that's how Luke was born.
Can I roll? No. This is gonna be a weird request. Can I roll an insight, or can I roll for something to try to infer what the way Deverin's writing?
Yeah.
Does it seem like he was? Did it seem like the motivations of Anti-Gothel had good or ill intentions from his point of view?
It seems like good intentions.
Okay.
Nothing in here infers that she's trying to, like, make things fucked or destroy things or take control or take power. It's just that she's trying to make sure that things go on as they are foretold and how they should go.
Okay. Okay.
But as previously established, she's also Unseelie Fae, so
yeah, and also there are theories.
There's a twist.
Now there's also theories. Now there's also theories that the Seelie Fae are also doing dark shit.
Doing good, yeah.
And just in general, Fae are dubious.
Was Aelinor this Fae Queen's? I forgot what her name is. Titania's mom. Was Aelinor related to her?
No.
No. Okay.
He was like a lord. He was a minor lord of the court, I think.
Yeah, Hopper would know. Aelinor was loyal to Queen Valestriia, Titania's mother, and then for some reason during the War of Eight Colors he assassinated her, and then the Seelie court were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" and they banished him.
Yeah.
And now they're working together.
And now there's mentions that, like,
she's manipulating him.
Aelinor's motivations aren't what Gothel believed, and that there's lots of deceptions and lies still to be uncovered in Valestria's domain, or not, in Midsummer, which is Titania's domain. But Valestria had her own. Hopper would know that Valestria had her own domain before Midsummer became the domain of the Summer Court, and when Valestria died, her domain was closed.
As much as we're learning, it seems to be showing us how much we don't know.
I have a few questions. Now that I'm thinking about some things. And forgive an old man's memory, but do we get specifics on first question? Do we get specifics on how those people out there will put like they are?
Yes. So that was in one of the notes in the lab. He managed. That was the last room. One of the last. The second to last room that we visited.
Yeah, I remember the room. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. He used the poop orange Cathadium crystal, which is transmutation, to infuse magic. through the other Cathadium crystals, which are also embedded in different parts of the city. So he had to maintain the transmutation crystal, the large one that we saw, which infused that, which created this weird fucky wucky timey wimey.
Yeah.
Right. And those people will be safe in the event of all of the stuff happening.
He guesses that will be safe. He's hoping they will
That
be.
that
I
is
see.
his last running theory.
Right.
Is that when the Grand Restoration happens, they'll be held. When the Cathadium crystals are destroyed or Cathadium is purged, it'll purge those and it won't have that de-aging or rapid aging effect, the 400 years.
Right. And because the whole 5% thing we're dealing with is in the is happening in the transition.
That is the outcome.
And yeah, in the journal it says Gothel foresaw 10% in her calculations as the best outcome.
Here's a question that I am wondering. There's a lot of Cathadium in the world. What if we did this to everybody right before the Grand Restoration?
Did what?
Points out to the displaced city.
But the crystals are infecting them. It said that Devon had to come into the displacement once in a while and remove people who were infected.
Yeah.
Well, right, but if we do it right before, like they've been there for a really long time, it would take time to maintain it. These people only need to be displaced for a little bit of time, just so they can skip the bad bit.
Vonkar, I really like that idea, but I don't think there's a way we can travel to that many places and set this up for that many people or that many places.
What if
Well, do we need to?
if we find a big enough crystal to power it, all we need is enough of a jumping off point to send the magic across the entire planet.
I mean, because the problem is that everybody is currently connected by Cathadium sickness, which means everyone is currently connected by Cathadium and the ley line network, which means we could, in theory, send that displacement through the thing that makes us need that is causing the problem.
But they were told us that the Grand Restoration is in like 3 to 4 days. There's no way we could get that done in 3 to 4 days.
We can manage. I think it's a good idea. I think we can manage some places, but we need to tell the right people.
Also, if the city, City of Embers, where we all met, that city floats in the sky. Last we saw, encased in a dome of energy, and all these crystals dwell within the depths of the city. Even that Deverin mentioned he was getting them from there. So maybe that city's already protected?
Or maybe.
Well,
Now, my other question here is, and this may be a separate thing, this may not be a viable direction to think in, but I'm just curious. It kind of seems like we're picking between laid out paths that other people have kind of laid out for us. And I'm just wondering if, metaphorically speaking, we could go hacking our way through the woods a little bit and go off book, off menu a little bit.
I'll have, for my entire existence, I have just gone on the path that someone else has laid out for me. That sounds interesting to me, but also a little scary.
Okay, where would you, Vonkar, just running on this thought process here, where would our hacking through the woods occur?
Well, so that's why I wanted to take a look at kind of all the what's laid out for us and everything. But I think part of it, I'm wondering if, because fate and everything is kind of your wheelhouse, right?
Time, but sure.
Right. So this whole fate touched thing, and Antyr seems to have all these predictions about us. It seems like we're kind of locked into fate at the moment. I don't know a lot about magic. I don't know if you could tell that about me by now, but is there some kind of magic-y thing we could do? We got a lot of magic-y stuff right here. We got a lot of crystals and things. Is there a thing we could do to kind of bust out of that, magically speaking? take a opt out of fate or something?
I'm going to be honest. It probably is something that someone much more powerful than I can do. Maybe Devon could have done it in his prime, but at this moment, I don't see. I think we just have to go with the course that feels right to us. And just, that's what I'm saying, Grin. Whenever you ask that question about do we enjoy the idea of fate guiding us, as opposed to, you know, it just happening, this is where it comes into every choice we make at this point now, we're going to, was it pre-written, or is this actually us choosing our own fate?
Or it can be both.
But it doesn't feel like it anymore. She predicted so much.
Yeah.
Exactly. That means no matter what we do, we just follow what we think is best, and it will be fate.
I have another question.
Hmm.
The bit about the assistant going 50 years back and coming back as a baby, is that something we could replicate?
I have some of the notes, but I don't know if I can fully replicate these effects. Again, I know I'm quite powerful. I am quite the skilled arcanist, especially at killing enemies and foes. But this will take me time to try to, well, not mine, but this will take me time to try to ascertain or maybe even come up with a working means of doing this. Devon obviously had capabilities, and this also would require me to delve into the usage of Cathadium crystal, and I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that.
Very much. I just thought I had a little bit of a thought.
Do you want to come back as a baby?
Well, I had thought about that part.
I can send you back, and we'll just carry you in a little
Papoose.
carrier, papoose, yes, a little papoose.
I had
On the back.
I had two thoughts about that actually. One, I'm older than 50.
Uh-huh. Oh,
If you
that's
de-aged me 50 years, I'm not that much young. I got a lot of years to spend. I could go back
True.
300. But
When was your prime? When was your prime? That's what we'd want to
about
aim
300 years, just
Right,
give or
yeah.
take. But I was gonna say
he looks at Torger.
But another thing, though, depending on how it works, because depending on where that time needs to be spent and how that debt is owed, if you spent that time in the astral plane, you don't age.
Correct.
So, if possible, I wonder if we could just send you back however far we want and have you just hang out in the astral sea and try to manipulate events yourself for us for a bit, and
And become a patron of fate and counteract things that Gothel has been put into play.
well, counteract, play along with, do things to put things in our favor.
It's a pleasant thought, but I don't know how. I'll work on it. I'll see what I can come up with these notes. If I can
That would be
maybe.
great. So, like,
We would need to find orange Cathadium crystals, though.
Yeah, girls.
Like this one? And I pull out one of my smaller ones.
You're touching it.
Of course I am, Justin.
Okay.
When have I not touched something that is dangerous?
Just curious.
Yeah, I'm already infected with Cathadium sickness. How much worse could it be in 5 minutes?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I
would need
pull out an
more.
orange.
Yeah, I would need more of that orange colored Cathadium crystal, because I think it seems as though transmutation is the key to keep between that transmutation and or conjuration, because conjuration deals more with teleporting you around. So I don't know exactly. Maybe it's a mix of the two.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about ways we can hop the rails on this, because I think if we just kind of keep going for the next few days until it's go time, then we're gonna be left with just the options laid out to us, and if we wanted to have some more choices, we gotta think creatively.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we should also consider that the reason why we're down here. And maybe fate will give us more options as we help Torger sort out his business.
Speaking of getting back on track with Torger's business, who's going to drink this? And I pull out the bottle that we got.
I'll drink it.
You don't
Grin,
need
you
it.
don't,
You do
you
not
don't
need
need
it.
this one. Stay out of this.
Well, no one else was offered.
Never mind.
I'll
I was gonna
take
say,
one.
with Grin mentioning you drink it, the percentage, 5%, 1%.
Grin
I'll
is
take
the
one.
1%.
I will 100% take one.
The dose is an hour, by the way, and you are nowhere near close to that ley line.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna take it yet. Okay. Back on working theory, by the way, we'll get to that. But Vonkar, you have me on my mindset here. I'm going to try to devise a means. If we cannot do citywide, at the very least, I would like to try to come up with a way to create such a thing for us. For the how many are there? 5 of us. At the very least, the 5 of us. What that will require, though, from what I've understood, at some point, each of us will need to be in possession of a Cathadium crystal. I will need to have the transmutation one, and if I could come up with a way, I could connect them, and then at the time of imminent demise, I can maybe do a momentary, put all my magic that I can into creating a momentary stasis for us, just us 5, to have the same outcome as potentially the city. Grin, you're talking.
If it
Please.
helps. If it helps. I mean, I'm not affected by that stuff, so I mean I could hold on to Cathadium.
Okay.
And
Would you be willing to-
go with those the journal did say that Vonkar and not being his immunity to curses would be beneficial going forward somehow.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
I think we've established that the Cathadium is not a curse.
Yeah, so I don't know what she's talking about.
I
Somebody
think
haven't
she's just love struck by. Okay, Grin, would you be willing to hold on
She
to
has a
the
Vonkar
Cathadium
body
crystal
pillow.
that we have currently in our possession?
Yeah, they look delicious. You see all the
Okay,
colors
please do
in
not
it?
eat them.
Oh, okay.
But I will need to come up with some working things regarding the transmutation one and the conjuration one, so I can keep those. But all these other ones, because Antyr took the one that was in that glass jar.
Yeah, the green one.
The bigger one, right? It was a
Yeah.
bigger
Mhm.
one than
But
the
it
ones
got
that Hopper
dispelled.
has. Oh, fuck, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, real quick, where are we at on? Are the other Antyrs just kind of gone and kaput now? Is that no longer a thing?
I think that has been severed
All right, okay.
once you
Does.
remove the timeless hunger.
That was the only thing doing it.
It was a major driving point.
Was that still the thing in that pyramid thing we found under the lake water?
Yeah.
Kind of associated. The thing under the lake water was me as if I became a lich.
Yeah. And recent events like severed a lot of other fate strands. You know how Grothel's been like, I bet if we hadn't resolved like that thing with Antyr, things would have, like the notes that we just encountered might have been more ambiguous.
Well, is there? If we can prune the tree, does that mean we can encourage it to grow? Because I brain's getting tickled with the thought here. I don't know. Other Antyrs have only been a bad thing so far, really, but Like, seems like there's sort of a thing where it's if you go left, another Antyr goes right.
Mhm.
So, I'm wondering.
Eat this Capodium crystal, and then.
Well, I'm wondering if. So if you,
Mhm.
if one Antyr does the thing and protects us from the cataclysm, but a different Antyr protects a different group of people, and a different Antyr protects a different group of people.
You want me to recruit myself to stasis a bunch of people?
If we can somehow, in the moment, sort of overlap all of those on top of each other so that everybody ends up protected just for a second.
You want us to, and I'm putting this very simply, you want us to create an infinite amount of new timelines and then somehow line them all up so that all the Antyrs can protect everybody in our timeline.
Yeah.
I'm impressive. I
Alright,
know.
Antyr.
Antyr,
Split yourself
Antyr,
into.
based on all the research you've been
50
reading
people.
and finding, the true thread is the unification of a singular timeline and the eradication of all other
Yes.
timelines to ensure that this true thread, the timeline that's meant to kind of
Yeah,
go
to
forward,
push it where
goes
it needs to
forward.
go.
Yeah.
Look, I love the. You know, probably the only thing that could work in that realm is if I made a bunch of simulacrum. That would work. But I think the idea that you have, Vonkar, would deviate timeline. We do not want to deviate from the current timeline that we are on. The true thread. This is opening us up to be able to accomplish anything. What I am worried about, our true thread will get us there, right? What the shift and changes that I'm going to make, or I want to make, in regards to making us, all of us, stuck in a stasis, is past that true thread.
Right.
It's beyond that. So it's events that I can control or try to attempt to control once everything goes resto mode.
Well, okay. So all the other timelines are going to
It's
get
great.
just chopped off in that moment, and this one is going to be the one that's left, right?
Correct.
Okay. I again, I don't know anything about magic, so I'm just kind of talking out my ass.
Sure.
Here. But what if,
Same.
so like we save 5% of people, right?
10% if Gothel's right.
Right,
Yeah.
10, maybe 10%.
Round
A
down to 8,
different
7.5.
in a
10's a big
timeline that's-
number.
A different timeline, a different us in a different whole timeline that's
Uh-huh.
gonna get just destroyed, could maybe save a different 10%. Could we somehow get those 10% to jump over to our?
What happens
main
if some of
time?
the 10% bleed together? Then we have
You-
just a kerfuffle.
I feel like if we try to do that,
Better than the alternative.
we're gonna
That's
end
true.
up with 5% again.
Yeah, let's aim for 5%. That's a good solid number. 5%.
Yeah, when you multiply percentages, you actually get
Five.
less percentage.
5% of the world. Yeah, that's a good number.
As long as we five are within the 5%, I will be happy. I will be content. I know it may not have seemed like it in the past, and I know it's all recently new, but I do care for you each,
I
in
think
your own regard, and I don't want to
Hey,
see you.
Antyr, we said no more lies.
I am not lying.
Hey guys, I hate to say
Yeah.
this, but like, if 5% is 5, you guys are infected with the Cathadium. You're part of a corruption. If this goes down, all of you guys are dead.
Well, no, if we
you're,
can manage
you're part
to...
of the corruption. You're part of the Cathadium.
This,
You'll
it's a,
be
but it's a
purged.
part of, like, we can, but it's a level of where it's like to a very fine degree.
I love your optimism, Antyr, but you're gonna die when this happens.
Maybe.
No, you will. You're
Well,
part
that-
of, the corruption
No,
is
that's what-
ingrained in
I
you.
don't-
Everyone in that 5% we're saving is infected. Everyone's
No,
infected.
they are.
Everyone's infected.
Yeah.
It's just not
Everyone's
the
infected.
Only the Fae are immune, from what we've learned.
Yeah, so the failure would be the 5% that survives.
Well, that's even
Hey,
a
everyone,
small
I think-
number. That's a small number for the amount of fey creatures that exist. So even some of you will die.
Nah.
There will be I think what it is once there's the people like that will survive the purging of the Cathadium corruption. But there's also going to be as we saw, Grin, there's going to be events that will destroy large portions of things.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we already know. World's gonna come to an end. You know? Nothing we
I'm just securing our spot
see
in
is...
that 5%, or I want to secure that spot. If you are all willing, I'm just making the assumption that you would want to be alive after this.
I mean, it's gonna be a whole new place, a whole
A whole new world. Then you'll be this size, and you'll be able to explore it as if you were the size of us. How crazy!
I'm gonna hold my breath on that one.
Look, I will get strong enough and more powerful enough, and I will be able to move you back to the size that you are comfortable with.
Remember in the journal where it said that he didn't expect us to see the end of the Grand Restoration? However, I understand that none of you will likely be present to witness such an outcome.
Yeah.
So maybe, he says it would surpass his mortality, so maybe it just goes on for a long time.
Yeah, maybe the Grand Restoration. It takes like 100 years to actually be done.
You know what we do?
It's a lot
people
of...
just slowly die out.
I do
It's
a
not
contingency
instant.
spell. The contingency spell is just to be teleported here. I do a quick ritual. We get stasis. We're stuck here with these people. Amazing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What's his name? I keep on forgetting the robot's name.
He's currently dusting.
We'll just get him to shove us into the stasis.
Is that my new order?
Yes. If we ever come back, you just throw us into the stasis with everyone else.
There's
Understood.
no ways I could
Understood.
Yes.
Well, me at least. I'm not going to speak for the others.
Understood. I will throw you.
Okay. Into the stasis with the others.
Easy.
Okay. Perfect. We found an out. We just have to make sure that we get here and before everything just...
Can we include Papa too?
I think your papa's dead.
You're not a stone. Shut up.
Okay, it is gonna get up and walk out.
Slaps your shoulder.
He's a stone.
If you can carry him, then sure, he can come.
Careful, Antyr. You don't want to be a traitor of two fake courts.
I am not.
I don't know if any Fakor is in a position to call anyone a traitor at this point.
It's very valid.
It's almost like they're deceivers and liars. They're all tricky.
I'm gonna give Hopper a very long stare and then Grin a very long stare.
But I think they're still the key to things in the Feywild debates. My eyes can see everything.
Hey, Vonkar, can we test something really quick?
Indigo.
Vonkar, can we test something super quick with you?
Sure.
Antyr's gonna open his bag.
Yeah.
And he has his one remaining. Oh wait, no. Hopper has that. Hopper, that Cathadium crystal, could you just hand that over to Vonkar? Just give it a little touch.
Is this something you want to investigate?
Who, me?
Yes.
I want to test a theory. There is a reason why that note was bolded. He wrote it extra bold in his journal.
What is the magic word?
Oh, please.
I pull out the orange Cathadium crystal and I touch it to
Stop touching it, right? Touch it with a glove or something.
Ours near Antyr's magic. He got the magic words. Or they got the magic
So,
words.
Hopper, who are you giving the Cathadium crystal to?
I'm passing it off to Vonkar.
Okay. Do you take it, Vonkar?
Yeah?
You got your gauntlets on, so well, your fingers are exposed. But,
Yeah.
You hold it. It's probably the first time you've ever held such a thing.
Yeah.
As you hold it, you feel a connection deeper than any you've ever felt before. It's almost invasive. And then a voice slowly creeps into your mind, that same feminine voice from in the lab. And who is this? Familiar in a way. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Vonkar. He says out loud.
Vonkar.
Vonkar, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the crystal.
We've met.
Can I
I've
pull the
met.
crystal away from Vonkar?
It does not budge from his hands.
Is it like a if someone else tries to move it, is it like
It's
a
like-
movable rod?
Yeah, it's also like Pippin holding the Palantir kind of deal.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm like
like,
thinking of.
stuck.
But not like you don't feel like you don't realize, but you're like writhing while you're holding it.
It's like it keeps cutting back and forth of Vonkar. He's just having a calm conversation. Everybody else is like speaking in tongues.
Vonkar, let go!
But he's
We-
also 20 strength, so he's just
Yeah.
like elbows hopper
So-
across the room.
The voice is like, Vonkar, we've met before, haven't we? You saved me from the crash site.
Oh, you're that crystal.
Well, I'm many.
You're many.
Glad to see you all together.
Yeah.
Do not come to Midsummer.
Do not come to Mids. Why not?
You will not like what you find, and isn't life better left in ignorance?
If life was better left in ignorance, you wouldn't be spending all this time trying to find out what we're up to.
How is your niece?
No clue.
Do you think she's well?
I doubt it.
Interesting. I can commune with you, but not the others.
Well, I'm the one touching the crystal.
No such connection forms with them when they hold it.
Huh. That's weird.
Curious. And then the connection seems to fade, and you're back to normal. Everyone sees Vonkar stop writhing.
Hopper's nose is bloody. It looks like his shoulder's been dislocated. He's got his sword out ready to like carve the stone out of Vonkar's hands.
Oh, hey, everybody, what's up?
What the fuck?
I was just having a weird conversation with the crystal lady.
Yeah, what were we trying to do by handing Vonkar a crystal?
I wanted to test to see if they were affected anyway, and obviously I was right.
Apparently,
try.
the crystal lady says that she can only make a connection with me and not you guys. I don't know why.
You and old ladies.
I mean, she didn't sound that old, but I guess technically, I mean, well, what can I say? I mean,
Yeah, let me try it. Ugh.
Grin, as you touch it,
Yes, blood.
you all watch Grin begin to like writhe and move, and a voice
really?
creeps into Grin's mind. Oh, a fae. I don't even need to ask your name. I know it already.
Who?
Which is?
Grin. Valestria.
Valestria?
I am the Fae Queen, the only Fae Queen.
Okay.
I want to thank you and Vonkar for saving me from the wreckage.
Yeah, no problem. You're about to get like stolen away by some jabberwock or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. He's a bad dude.
Sure. Curious. What you all doing with these people?
When,
Your abilities could be better served elsewhere.
how so?
You and Papa, I could fix Papa.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's stone, I could free him from his stone form. Return your domain back to its former glory. You only need to help me.
What do you want to do about the Grand Restoration? You want to see it happen or what?
Of course. It's the key to renewing everything.
Alright, yeah, that sounds about right.
Good. Do you promise
Promise what?
to help me? As you know, we Fae are bound by our promises.
Yeah. I agree that we are bound by our promises. I don't promise. Jeez, you're so sneaky.
I wouldn't trust little rabbit.
Of course not. I mean, they said that they cure us and stuff, but
Of
you know,
course
we're
they
working on it.
would.
Yeah, they got family.
Like all of the traitorous vermin in my court, they
Oh,
are.
they're all traitors, vermin.
The whole of the Sealy court betrayed me long ago.
What about the one that just killed you?
He acted on my best interest.
By killing you?
Of course, he only did as I asked.
How is killing? What? None of that makes any sense.
Well, I'm sure you'll find the answer someday.
Alright, well, no promises until then. Everything still seems
But
a
I
little
would
muddy.
watch your back around the Green Guard. The one
Yeah,
you're
I mean-
with can't be trusted.
Well, I mean, anybody that has higher priorities than you can't be trusted. Isn't that right?
I am the only being to be trusted, worthy of trust. I seek the renewal of everything. I seek the betterment of all. You and Vonkar saved me from the wreckage, and for that we are permanently bound.
What do you think of Gother?
My aunt... No,
These.
hold on, yeah. My niece meddles in things she does not understand. She seeks to thwart the machinations of various Fae courts
Well,
To bring
sounds
about-
like she wants
to
do
bring
the
up-
same thing you want.
in a different way. She wants to make sure people are okay and safe and capable of meddling in which they wish to. I seek order, balance from the chaos.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. You just gave me the
And-
information I wanted.
And while talking in this voice, your mind, you always watch as Grin's eyes kind of just go, well, they're not big. Well, they are big now. They kind of just go, they like roll back. And Grin, you're standing in a forested glade. Tall, blue grass, glowing purple foliage in the gray trees, and beyond is this amethyst palace, shimmering. And stepping through the glade towards you is this tall elven woman with like deep blue skin. Actually, kind of similar skin color to Antyr, just for no reason though. And she's got piercing, entirely red eyes, long silver hair, and she's wearing a gown and armor made of diamonds and a crown of diamonds. And she approaches. Oh, do you and your friends seek to come here? This is my domain. I would believe that my daughter wishes you all to come here. I bid you do not, for you would not understand and only get in the way.
Yeah, it's kind of what we're best at. Not getting what's going on and just getting in the way.
If you come to midsummer, the outcome for all shall be dire.
Yeah, but it's dire anyway.
You
Plus, I'm curious.
curiosity will kill the cat. It always does.
5%. None of us have good chances, do we?
Come here and I'll ensure it's 1% or less.
Really? You've been so nice earlier. I thought we were getting along.
We are, but you never promised to help me.
Well, that's because you don't say what helping you entails.
Lead the false knight under your care astray. Do not bring them to Midsummer, and thus do not bring them to my domain.
So we want to keep Hopper out of there.
I want you to keep Hopper out of there, but the deceivers and the meddlers want Hopper to come here.
What's
Go-
so important about Hopper, the dang rabbit?
They're not important. That is
So
why.
why do we gotta stop him from going to a certain place?
Because they're brash, stubborn, and arrogant, and that tends to get in the way of things. And unfortunately, they're honorable to a fault. So they will do whatever their court asks them to, no matter what.
I mean, that does present some problems.
When I simply just want you and your friends to survive. Of course, if you're deemed trustworthy, then I shall grant magic to all of your friends when the change commences.
Hey, this has been fun. Maybe later.
And if I can,
Nope.
what?
Like, what are you trying to do? Like, dip out?
Consciously drop the thing.
Nope.
Okay.
This is tethered.
Okay.
And while she's talking, you can see like a brief kind of shift in her appearance real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The appearance briefly shifts to like a pale elf with red eyes and long white hair to that of Aelinor when she's talking, and then it shifts back to her. I think if you wish to speak to me again, you know what to do. And she places a hand on your much larger shoulder now, and then just kisses you on the forehead, and you're thrust back into the chamber with your friends.
Yeah, okay, alright. A lot of stuff to say, but first things first. Antyr, do not touch that crystal.
Alright.
Antyr, I think you should do it.
No, I won't do it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
quickly
saying.
pick up. I'm gonna pick up the crystal and
No,
shove it back in
nobody
my
touch
bag.
the crystal!
Yeah, Hopper.
I handed
Hopper,
it to you.
Hopper handed it to everybody. Hopper, you pick it up. Just nothing.
It is.
Because-
They are clearly the safest with me.
Yeah, alright, I guess. Again, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about.
And as you're all talking to Grin, you can see there's a handprint that's kind of resting on his shoulder. And that's where we're going to end the session for the week. Because you guys got out of the lab and got some answers, let's level up to level 8 real quick.
Woo!
So, Antyr, you'll go first.
Oh god.
D6 time.
D6.
D6 time.
E6 nuts.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, fuck off. A 2.
2? Alrighty. Hopper, Artificer or Fighter?
I've been thinking about it all night.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna go 5th level in Artificer.
Alright, D8.
Yeah. That's a D10. 4.
4. Grin, Paladin or Warlock?
Paladin.
Alright, D10.
Time to get that second attack, guys.
Finally.
Shut up, Max. Oh, yes! I've been rolling so low on health lately. I needed that. 9.
Nice. Vonkar, level in Fighter or a level in Wizard?
We're starting with a wizard right now.
Yeah!
See, I'm kind of. Let me see something real quick. that could just be good. But see, because like fighter makes sense. Because we're also. It seems like we're getting close to the end here.
We're like, probably pushing halfway.
Oh, okay, all right.
I never intended like this one to be like almost like a long time again, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
Right, but all right. We're not because
We're definitely not. We're not getting to like episode 90 or episode 100. I'm looking at like 60, 70.
What episode are we on right now?
38.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. So plenty more to go. Okay. Because I'm right now I'm debating dipping into barbarian.
If you want.
Ooh.
Because, but like, no, Vonkar's so chill. That wouldn't thematically make sense.
True.
Fighter's a really good one just to multi-class into, but I don't know if there's any that would make a lot of sense. Can you come back to me? Can I go last?
Yeah, you are last.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Yeah, no, nothing else makes sense. All right, we're gonna go fighter then.
Alrighty, D10.
All right, let's go. Hey,
Nice. Same as me.
9.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
That's where we'll end it for the week, and we'll pick up there next week for, whatever happens.
I probably won't make it next week. I know
saw.
that's a tough one based on how this cliffhanger happened.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be moving to Seattle.
Yep.
So exciting.
And
But,
starting to drive on Thursday. So there's a possibility I could join this next session, but like don't
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll pick up there next week with